We are live.
Sweet.
I'll take this off so this doesn't mess with people. They're not hearing feedback. That should be better for people. All right. How is it going?
Football. I mean, that's probably about it. I mean, I'm 9-3 in games today, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Or overall. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I was doing pretty well. Obviously, I lost a point because of principle. Yeah, the Giants wrong, which I can't even be mad about.
No, I was like, if the Giants pull off an upset, I don't think anybody had the Giants winning that game. Very few people did.
Also, just the way they played, I can't even be. They're so much fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. The Caucasian boys being crazy over there. Over under how many comments Hollingsworth makes about Mahomes? I'm going to start at 20.
I mean,
over under.
Is someone keeping a counter of this? Because I know I won't be.
I won't be. I'm just asking.
It's probably going to be at least 20, but
depends on how bad they are tonight.
Yeah, it does depend on how bad they are tonight.
I also keep forgetting that Aiden Hutchinson is back now.
And yeah, he's been.
It's great to see him fully healthy and, not injured.
True. Yeah. It's nice to see the Lions healthy. It was not fun having to watch them struggle through.
No.
The Chiefs are favorites. That's interesting.
Well, they're at home, so it makes sense why they are favorites.
We're also 2-3.
They are playing at home and they are favorites. I don't know how else to explain that.
I'm just surprised that.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
I mean,
it's not our personal setup, but it's our university setup, so it's pretty nice for what it is. So we'll take it when we have it. So, how y'all doing? Everybody that's joining the chat. It is indeed. Are you a Chiefs or Lions fan, or you just jumping in to see what kind of commentary we kind of got?
Just felt like going through YouTube and was like, randomly select this one.
I don't know.
Ah.
You a Colts fan? Oh, how do you feel about your Colts being really good this year? I wanted to ask a Colts fan. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, what do you think about this year?
I'm also curious. How do you feel about the warm up, the 2 warm up injuries from that game?
Oh,
there was
yeah, I forgot about that.
Anthony Richardson hurt himself and hurt himself. What was he doing? I forget what it was.
It was some sort of route or something, I thought. For Richardson, but
I thought he
was Ward.
Ward.
Yeah, I mean, I would be in shock too if my team just went from, oh my gosh, we're gonna be so bad this year, to freaking 5-1.
Yeah,
Ward. Daniel Jones is your quarterback.
Ward, I knew his injury. He collided with someone and suffered a concussion.
Oh, it was a concussion. That's what it was.
Anthony Richardson fractured his orbital bone when he had an issue with his rubber leg band.
Huh?
Meaning he has a band on his leg, and he had an issue with it and somehow suffered. He fractured his orbital bone, which I just don't understand.
Yeah, I mean warm-ups. I mean, you don't really think about warm-ups actually injuring anybody, and then this happens, and it's just like, oh yeah, injuries can happen at literally any point.
The two injuries again. AR is not a big deal. he's kind of lost. Like his role on that team is kind of lost at this point. He's hoping to get traded. Because I think he's at least for this year lost any chance at starting for the Colts.
Is cooked in the secondary. Because who are your guys in the secondary? I keep forgetting. I know Ward's one of them, but
yeah, Ward was a big one because he was a really good acquisition for them. So losing him was really not helpful. Who else did they have? Kenny Moore, who's been
Kenny Moore.
He was like last year was the only one who was actually making any plays. So I mean, they've struggled. They got a safety, and I can never remember who the safety they got in the offseason was.
Kenny's also hurt. So that's double whammy right there.
Yet they still won, mostly because they probably have.
They're playing the Cardinals.
Oh, you're playing the Cardinals, but they also have like the Cam Bynum.
Oh yeah, Bynum. Yeah, I forgot.
Bynum was the other acquisition.
I was like, there was another one I thought because we were talking about it because the Colts were making huge moves in the defensive category.
Let's see. For the Lions, they're missing 5 corners.
DJ, oh my gosh.
They're missing Arnold, Reed, and Rakestraw, I guess, is kind of up there as a big miss. But, yeah, so they're missing their top 2 corners. And,
Great.
Arnold and Reed. So that's going to make this much more like, I saw a lot of people go, this is going to be a shootout. And I went, no, the Lions got it. Maybe not so much.
I have the Lions, but now that I saw how many injuries they have in the corners, I'm not sure yet. I still think the Lions are going to win. But
yeah, I'm still going to go Lions because with how the Chiefs have played, they've been they've played very poorly in the clutch.
Yes.
Which is ironic.
We saw what happened last week against Jacksonville.
It's been what? They 0-3 now in one-score games.
Yep.
It's not been pretty towards the end of the game.
As you should. Yeah. As you should.
I think the Lions just have to keep this close, and
they're a more complete team than the Chiefs are right now. Granted, the Chiefs are missing like a couple key positions, especially one that is currently. Is he still serving?
I think this is the last week of his suspension. It was first 6 games?
Something like that.
And this is game 6 for them, so
he should have had a whole year off.
Yeah, but
this is the NFL, I guess.
All right, return. I believe that's.
Oh, he's still up.
He breaks a tackle. He's out and almost not even to the 30.
Why are you celebrating? You almost let him go.
Exciting 29-yard return.
I guess.
Yeah, I like the Lions just because. I mean, yeah, they have the injuries in the secondary, which is they've always kind of struggled with their pass defense. But I think they have a.
Let's say, yeah. Yeah, we try to live stream every Sunday, and then we post some podcast content during the regular season and postseason and stuff like that. So,
all right, I got a handoff on first down to Gibbs, and he's going to get about 4. This is, I think, the first week where I'm kind of actually pulling for some big Sunday night performances in fantasy.
Well, thanks, Paul, for joining the live stream. I don't know if he left or anything yet. Yeah. I hope he didn't leave. I just wanted to shout that out there before he did leave. All right, so 2nd and 6 now.
2nd and 6. We got a...
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Goff under center. We're going to have a handoff to Gibbs yet again, and he's looking for some room. He's only going to need about a yard. It is kind of a interesting... It's going to be an interesting matchup what this could potentially mean going forward, because a Lions win here kind of puts them at the top of, I think it just puts them at the top of a lot of leaderboards and standings. Meanwhile, a loss for the Chiefs here puts them in a really scary situation. 3rd and 5, we have a quick
fantasy points.
Completion, and he's up to the 45-yard line. It looked like Bolton, I believe, on the tackle.
Bolton.
As just a simple crossing route, or not even a crossing route, a motion into the flat to the top of the screen for Laporta. And I mean, that's the thing you struggle with when you go against the Lions, and even a team that has a good defense like the Chiefs do. Your concern is they have so many playmakers.
Oh yeah.
You have to cover pretty much everyone. So 1st and 10 at the 45, we got a handoff to Gibbs, and he's going to get up to about the 49-yard line. And they're already right about midfield.
Yes. I apologize for blowing my nose, but allergies have been kicking up for some reason, so I apologize.
But looking at this Chiefs team, I mean, like we've mentioned, they've been a powerhouse for years past, but they have not been the same Chiefs team they have in years past this year.
That is for sure. This is not the same unit that I've
On
been used
2nd
to
and
seeing.
6, Goff fires out wide, and he's got a completion to Jameson Williams, and that's going to give them a first down just past the sticks and put them in Kansas City territory. So with only 3 minutes off the clock, Detroit's kind of moving pretty easily, honestly. If the run game hasn't been super effective, but it's not been ineffective. No. It sets it up for manageable situations, but that pass game on, 2 passes has already got them kind of moving. Goff under center. Looks like he's going to fake a handoff to Gibbs. He's rolling out right, and he's going to toss it to Williams underneath, and he goes for a hurdle out of bounds, and he does a whole
tumble turn? I don't know what you call it.
Some acrobatics. But yeah, I mean,
good route, good cover. Not that great of coverage.
I mean, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of that lately, especially in the NFL. But it's just utilizing these underneath points where, with a team like the Lions, you're worried about them beating you deep, and if you cater too much to that, you leave this underneath dump and runs open. So we got motion with Amon-Ra, handoff, and he gets tripped up only for about 2. So a solid tackle. I believe that was Cook on the tackle. Jet sweep doesn't get too much, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Lions, again, they're pretty well known, I think, for their big play ability.
Oh, this is for sure, yes. Because, I mean, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Williams, 2 big playmakers for the deep threat. The Laporta is always going to be that shallow threat that's always going to get you a lot of
we got another handoff to Gibbs.
And then you have Gibbs right here who just eats away at the ground. It's just you get
getting about
so many yards
6,
out of that.
7 yards on the ground there. And, yeah, that's just – they like using motion. They like confusing the defense, and even with like Steve Spagnuolo on the opposite end being your defensive play caller, it's not fun to have to call a defensive game against this offense.
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd and 2, Goff under center. We still got Gibbs in there, and they're gonna hand it off to Gibbs, and he's
got first down.
Muscle his way for the first down. I'm a little surprised they don't go with Montgomery there.
Yeah, get some practice for Gibbs. I mean, he was doing well, so might as well just kept him in.
Yeah, I mean, the pros to having this 2-man backfield is you get Gibbs, who's kind of that electric speed back, but Montgomery thrives on that like explosive power running, and that's what you kind of expect there on a 3rd and 2. But 1st and 10 not under center and shotgun. Quick fire out, and we got a lateral out to Gibbs, and they're just really feeding Gibbs, and as he tight ropes up for about a gain of 8.
Fantasy managers are really loving this. If you have Gibbs.
And I have Gibbs and Goff, so I really can't complain.
No, I wouldn't, because this is great. Chris Jones is already trying to break through the line there a little bit, but
and I don't know how I exactly feel about that, because
that was a little late of a hit.
I mean, The timing of the hit is not what I'm upset about, but the shove at the end. Oh, they marked him out after 3 yards. Okay,
Yeah,
so marked
he
him
had
at
a
the
foot out.
15.
He had a foot out.
I thought he got the tightrope.
No,
guess
he
not.
tried.
From shotgun, though, we still got Gibbs in. Tesla moving to the top of the screen, and we got another handoff to Gibbs, looking for some yardage. And he
That's got it.
flips his way up to right at the marker.
They might count him a little short.
That's gonna. I mean, that's gonna.
He says first down.
Yeah, it kind of depends on
down.
where his lower body touches, when his lower body touches. But I mean, you're probably honestly going to see it almost every play. Is just the Lions utilizing motion, and Gibbs just has that explosiveness to find a hole and just hit it about as quickly as anyone else. First and goal, though, from the 8-yard line.
Right, 6 rush, 25 yards on the ground, and you have a few reception yards as well. We got that's St. Brown in motion.
Another handoff to Gibbs. He's just feeding, and he's going to be all the way up to about the 4s where they'll mark him down. And second and goal from the 4, and they've already taken up half of their first quarter on just this one drive. So kind of feels like they're
not playing around. I've noticed.
They're taking up time, though, which you got to question how much of that is the game plan for the Lions when you know that the Chiefs have started to develop that explosive pass game again. Like, control the clock and kind of maintain a lower amount of time of possession for them. As we get another handoff to Gibbs, and he's going to be up to about the 1.
A couple yards short now.
And you got to wonder where, at some point Montgomery's got to come in here.
Oh, he definitely will.
Again, Gibbs, I have Gibbs in fantasy. Yes, I want the points and everything, but you've been running Gibbs this whole drive, and even for main feature backs like Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, even them, they usually get some breaks, but Gibbs, he's even out there with his hands on his hips. He's looking a little tired. As you got third and goal from the 1. But we're showing.
Ooh, interesting.
An interesting formation.
There's 3 in the backfield besides Goff.
I wouldn't be surprised to an outside run, but now they go straight to Gibbs.
He's a little short. Hey, Nolan. He's a little short.
Hello there, Nolan. We got a 4th and goal from about the half-yard line, and
If I know.
You know Dan Campbell.
I know Dan Campbell.
He's
going for it.
He's not sending out a field goal unit.
Yeah, you should be. You should be.
Lions are looking good. Their offense is moving early, and flew into Lincoln for what?
Matt Rule.
For what? What about?
That's another topic when we get to that.
Okay, when we get to a break, yeah. I'm curious what that's about, because that is also a topic that's interesting. 4th and goal, fakes the handoff, rolls, and...
It's grounding, but it doesn't matter.
He dirts it on 4th and goal for... Oh, they called a timeout, okay. Very confused.
Yeah, I was about to say, he just threw it to the ground.
I was like, why do you dirt it on a 4th and goal?
Nolan, I will say this, though. Why would he leave when he has a quarterback he's wanted? He's integrated into a system that he likes himself. He's already promised a lot of, change and everything, and he's slowly done that. Just
money.
Yeah, but he already has a lot of money here.
Yeah, with a football program like Penn State, though, you're probably going to get more money. I'm very hopeful that is not the case. I did pick up on what y'all were putting down, but
I refuse to believe Matt Rule will leave Nebraska.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did at some point. I don't know that he might not stick around forever, but
he won't be a coach forever. I understand that, but
not just a coach. I just don't think a coach at Nebraska forever. But we got a little bit of Wildcat. Montgomery feeds it out to Goff.
Stumbles into the end zone. Don't do that. Oh my gosh.
So that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown for Goff. Well, there you go.
That's a
Is that Montgomery? Was that Montgomery throwing
Montgomery pass to Goff. That was a scary touchdown. That's almost as bad as last week.
Except he didn't fall down twice and then get back up and run over it.
No, but he bobbled it on a 4th and goal, and he dropped it.
He almost grabs it from him too.
Almost dropped it in the hands of the defender, who's mid-block. That is, I mean, Dan Campbell football, but oh man, Goff,
you know what I just realized? That defender actually saved that touchdown.
Oh yeah, that probably would have been.
No, because it bounces off him right here. Watch. So he bobbles it, bonk, right back into his hands, and he runs.
Yeah, having the extra body there does help.
It does help. I will say this.
I mean, he may have been able to reel it back into. I don't know. It wasn't like a big bobble.
Quite saved, but
Goff,
there was a little bit of influence there.
Goff, who is no stranger to trick plays, you really hope he holds on to that better than that, because that's just. We have a flag now.
Let me guess.
After the play was over. Oh, they marked it an illegal motion. Oh no.
What's an illegal motion?
They marked Jared Goff's motion illegal.
Oh no.
So
we can't have the Chiefs lose, so let's give them a flag. How is this an illegal motion?
I'm not exactly sure.
That's not an illegal motion.
Well, how would you know?
I don't know. That doesn't look illegal. That's a completely normal play. You've seen many people do trick plays.
Not like that one. So that's one of those things where he
Sorry, you want to talk about Super Bowl? Was it 52 with Nick Foles's?
Well, that's very different.
Special? How is that any different? That's a QB going out for a pass.
Nick Foles was an emotion. He did not go in motion.
I don't know. Trick plays are trick plays. I don't know.
It's illegal motion. I obviously could not see what they had said. The illegal motion, I'm guessing, they bring the offense back out, so they're going to go for it anyways.
Well, I mean, if you're down, at the 5 right now?
I think it's the 5, but I'm surprised they don't settle for the kick here, but I mean, also Dan Campbell, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but yeah, the thing with illegal motion is that sort of stuff, you don't really, they got 9 seconds. This looks like it's going to be a timeout, and that's going to be, because they're still in the huddle, so that's going to be another timeout for Detroit.
He didn't step back. He ran straight for the center, which is apparently illegal. Why is that illegal?
They take a delay of game. So, okay, now we're definitely looking at a field goal because they don't take the timeout. But again, there's certain rules with how motion works, especially I think with the case of quarterbacks. So I believe, just needs to be set before he goes into motion, and he wasn't. So yeah, it's just there's rules that need to be followed with trick plays, and when you see special trick plays like that for the first time, it's tough to call and understand those things, but that is sort of thing that happens. So field goal, it is up and it is good for the Lions. They do still strike first, not in the fashion that you would have hoped, but I mean, we've seen several times the Lions try out trick plays that get called back because they like to experiment with the rules. And so sometimes it ends up not paying off super well for them. But I don't know. It was still an exciting play. It's just, you hate to see it not
dumb
count.
that I got caught in the back, but I don't know.
Yeah, but again, rules are rules, and I mean, I think Dan Campbell's going to look at that and go, all right, put that back go back to the drawing board and figure out how we can pull that off without getting a penalty for it, which is kind of, I think, honestly, the only thing that really screwed him is the fact that he just didn't get back and get set, which really wouldn't have changed the play that much because he went into a motion. So.
You know what I just realized? Matt Rule was a former Penn State linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He's an alum. He's still not going to Penn State.
I don't know.
Everyone's quick to assume the worst when it comes to this stuff. What was it? I was talking to one of my friends. He has a terrible mentality. always expect nothing so that you're never disappointed. That is a terrible mentality.
It is a I will never be disappointed mentality.
Yes, but it's a terrible mentality to have. Because then you're just expecting everything to be bad.
Yeah.
That's a terrible mentality.
Yeah, but they're never disappointed.
And it's still a terrible mentality.
Yeah, but they're never disappointed, which is, what they're going for.
So you want to be sad all the time?
Well, you're in less pain because less disappointment.
That is... People like...
That's the mentality.
That's a stupid mentality, and I'm just saying that's a stupid mentality.
I don't argue with me. It's not my mentality. I'm just saying that's how...
But you're proving it, basically.
I'm not saying it's...
Okay.
I'm telling you what the mentality is and what the thought process is. I understand the mentality. It's just not my mentality. I don't know why you're yelling at me for it.
I don't know. I got a heated debate with him. Well, not a heated debate, but I got into an argument with him about it, so that's why I was getting a little fiery there. But it doesn't make sense why people are like, I just don't expect anything, so I'm not disappointed. So you don't want to have fun. Okay, that's fine. Well, just admit that you just don't care about it.
Oh, that's not it. It's
no. When you say I don't put expectations on something, you just don't care.
That is not the case. As we have a return here from the Chiefs, and it's gonna go up to about the 30.
Oh boy! Hey.
A little bit of shoving going on afterwards.
Yeah,
but
not skirmish, but
no, I mean
we got some.
Someone with that mentality isn't saying that they don't care. It's more, I've been heartbroken before and would rather expect disappointment and have it hurt less. That is what that is. To which I understand that because I am very familiar with people who are like that. But 1st and 10, we see Worthy in motion. Mahomes is going to hand off to Pacheco. Pacheco's going to get about a yard from the shotgun run, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 9 from about the 31-yard line.
That lineman came out of nowhere. I did not expect him to go down that fast.
So we'll have to see how this game shapes up because as this season has gone, Patrick Mahomes has kind of been the only form of anything on the ground.
Yep.
And so it's kind of everything has gone through him, and it's going to be interesting to see him try and crawl his way as we got a shotgun pass out to Travis Kelce, who manages to find his way up to the 47 with just, some not so great tackling.
Wow, you got one catch, Travis Kelce. You still have no touchdowns in the year. Well, no, wait, hold on. He's got one.
He's got one. He had at least one last week.
Wow, you have one touchdown, one catch this game already. He's acting like he's okay. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, those are some missed tackles, and those aren't even the ones I noted was Brian Branch and Jack Campbell, who are year starters anyways.
Yeah.
Mahomes fakes a handoff, rolls right, and throws over the middle, and that's complete to Juju Smith-Schuster, who's open and up across the 30 to the 24-yard line.
20-something, yeah.
And that's
what's this motion?
I don't know. It's a lot of this and this.
I don't get that motion. It looks stupid.
I think a lot of it is to counter the fact that they're not able to use finger guns. So it's just a different thing that they get to do to celebrate that isn't against the rules.
You could point.
Yeah, but it's just they're finding different stuff, and that's kind of the one. That's kind of the celebration that's been going around. But 1st and 10 from the 24. We're gonna have a handoff to Pacheco. He goes left, and he's got some room up for a first down, up within the 15 of Detroit. So as quickly as efficiently as Detroit got down into Kansas City territory.
Oh my gosh,
Kansas City
still on the Chiefs. I forgot about that.
That is. Kansas City has gotten deep in Detroit territory even quicker, which is, what they've been doing the past few weeks is their big explosive plays. It's just if you take away the big explosive plays, they don't tend to do great. So let's see if Detroit can halt this drive as we have another handoff to Pacheco. He's going to get 2 yards up to the 11. So, people kind of expected a shootout. You wonder if Detroit is going to take a slower pace on offense to kind of minimize the amount of possessions, because that's honestly when your defense can't keep up with an offense, that's your one way of being able to keep up in those games is instead of forcing a shootout, manage the clock.
Yeah.
So Mahomes, with a man in motion, fakes a handoff, rolls right, and he's being pursued, and he's just going to throw it away. 2 minutes left in the first. We have 3rd and 8 inside the red zone. Can the Chiefs finish a drive?
Maybe.
Chiefs also not major strangers to some trickery, especially when they like to get Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes involved.
Oh, for sure.
So potentially looking at some here, but a little further than we usually see this. 3rd and 8 from shotgun. Kareem Hunt to his left. Hollywood Brown moves out up top. And Mahomes drops back. He's looking. He's going to run for it. He's going to try and make a man miss and does not. He goes down around the 5. They'll mark him down at the 6.
So it'll be 4th and 2-ish.
And it will. And so we'll see if Kansas City tries to match the aggression of Detroit or comes straight out with a field goal.
Looks like they're...
Thinking about it, Mahomes is coming back out, so it looks like they're going to go for it. And...
Onto the field or off the field?
Oh, he's coming onto the field.
They're on, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, both teams are...
I'm playing aggressive.
Yeah, which is good. Makes good football.
So, I mean, Kansas City, they're 90% on 4th downs. Mahomes drops back, and he fires out quick to Worthy, and he finds some open space and a flat for a touchdown. So, Chiefs take the lead. And so, I mean, you kind of wonder if that's just what it's going to be, is this back and forth. Lions, they just got to try and keep up, because if you keep forcing the Chiefs in these sort of situations, they're going to make some mistakes, and you potentially can get on top. But, yeah, it's going to be rough for Detroit, at least on defense. I'm going to ask for a lot from the offense. Oh, and that's a missed extra point. And
was that Butker? Butker, you suck.
You got to wonder if that one, the trajectory was just weird. That almost looks like it got hit coming out, but I'll have to
know.
See. They're not going to show it, so I guess it probably wasn't. Usually they tend to show it if there's a tip. It was just not a pretty kick, though. So, 6-3 lead for Kansas City with about a minute left in the first. I mean, we saw the shootout that had been foreseen out of Kansas City, but Detroit are taking a different approach.
It's unique. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I mean, this Detroit team, again, when you have the offense they do, you know that they can drive the field quickly, but you have, 5 corners out?
Yep.
And you don't really want to put the pressure on your defense to try and stop that offense. So you play clock. Will blaring tones. Am I extremely loud? I'm not certain.
Be elaborate.
Is the audio not good, or are we just saying that I be talking? Audio too loud? Is it too loud?
Your audio is blowing out some.
Mine's blown out?
I think so. Is mine at all, or is it just his?
Could be that we turn up here. Trying to figure out what the issue is. Let me pull up.
Oh, when it's that, direct yours too. So it's also mine.
Yeah.
It must be a system thing or whatever.
It'll be right here probably.
How's that?
Does it sound any better? I can also just turn this down. Because it doesn't sound like you're saying...
Much more normal.
It doesn't sound like you're saying that we're too loud, but more just the audio blares, which is a quality thing, not a volume thing, which is kind of the same, but also not. But
all right, so 2 people in the room that I don't like. Okay, cool.
So with a min 11, we got a return from Detroit up to about the 30, which is
if
where
not exactly at 30.
So we'll get to see what this Detroit offense does in response. Again,
9 minutes and 39 seconds is crazy.
yeah, they took almost 10 minutes off the clock, and that's why you make a point of it. Like, what you got to wonder how much of that is the game plan. And
I wonder if that Bucker kick is going to cause some issues later down the road.
I mean, we could potentially see a tie ball game.
Well, it was Montgomery.
Yeah, they finally give Montgomery a chance at it, and you wonder if this is just going to be a Montgomery drive or what. Didn't utilize him. Well, I guess they technically utilized him once, but it didn't even matter.
Yeah. It should have.
I don't know what to tell you. It's the rules.
You didn't even know what the rules were.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say I know all the rules.
Yeah,
I'm also not going to be the one to...
Nobody really knew the rules at that point. I was just like, how is that even a legal motion? All right, fine.
So bringing a man in motion, and he's going to drop back. Goff looking, scanning. He's got a man. He's going to fire deeper, though, and he's got Laporta up across the 50, up and around the
I got fantasy
40.
points.
And,
big man.
Opted for the bigger play.
That will be the first quarter right there.
That will be the end of the first quarter. Yes, it will. Gain of 26 as Detroit looks to get back on the board much quicker than they did the first time.
Yes.
So we move on to quarter number 2.
I also have Jared Goff on one of my fantasy teams. I didn't start him. I started Baker.
Which isn't a bad.
Yeah, Baker had almost 20.
Baker's just so fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Can you believe the Buccaneers are 5-1 right now?
I mean, I can believe the Buccaneers are 5-1. I have a hard time believing Todd Bowles is 5-1.
Fair.
If you catch my drift.
I catch your drift. Catch it.
But no, the level Baker's been playing on as just sheer will himself to some of these wins. I mean, what was it?
Is that the guy who's in the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie?
I have no idea.
He looks very familiar.
It might be.
It is. Oh my gosh, it is.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
from earlier today, I mean, the sheer will of Baker Mayfield willing himself to a first down conversion on a 3rd and 14 scramble was it was so Baker-esque too, and then follows that up with 40-yard bomb to Tez Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Just fun football.
Oh yeah,
and we had some fun close games today. The Chargers was close down to the wire. Colts was close for a lot of it. Let's see, what other games were there that were nice and close up until the end? Panthers, Cowboys. I don't think anyone expected. I mean, I think the only person who expected that kind of outcome was Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
With over 200 total scrimmage yards. And I mean, he said it. He said,
buckle up.
He did, and then afterwards he said they didn't buckle up. So, yeah, he had himself a really good game, and he pretty much was the one thing going for Carolina. I mean, they had some stuff going on otherwise.
Bryce
but
Young didn't do too bad.
No, but Dowdle absolutely put his team on his back.
He was doing that.
And, I mean, you just see more of, like, the Dallas struggles on defense. More
and more apparent.
More of the same. Yeah, their offense is doing pretty good, but, yeah, George Pickens is ridiculous, apparently. 1st and 10 under center, though. We have Goff from the 42 of Kansas City. We have Montgomery in the backfield. And we're going to have a handoff to Montgomery. He's got some room. He's got plenty of room. He gets a first down up to the 29. About the only way.
Had another jersey pull.
Only way they could stop him was yanking on that undershirt. And that's a good run. It's good blocking too. They created a nice hole for him. And I mean, just textbook Montgomery angry football.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna stay in the game. But I wonder if they're almost going just in alternating drives with these two, which is an interesting approach. But we're gonna see another Montgomery handoff off to the right, and he's gonna rumble his way up to about the 22 for a game.
I saw that block whoever that was on Chris Jones. I saw that one. A good one.
Yeah, I mean. Again, another thing with the Lions is their offense is it's so talented because their O-line is really one of the better O-lines in the league.
This. So he tries to get him. Boom. Right there.
That's Sewell, yeah.
That's Sewell.
He's one of the best tackles in the game, if not the best tackle in the game.
Oh, yeah. And that's why I was like, I couldn't see who it was, but someone got a good block in Chris Jones. So.
I had a feeling. Under center, Goff is going to fake a handoff to Montgomery this time. A little jump pass on 2nd and 4, and he's going to have Amon-Ra up to about the 21.
About a yard.
So that's going to bring 3rd and 2. Not too much space for them to work, but I mean, I think either way you come out of this, I mean, obviously you want a touchdown, but even a field goal here gets you tied, and with how that last drive went, you don't feel horrible. No. Goff's off to a really good start. The offense is off to a really good start. But you just got to hope you don't get stalled here. From shotgun, 3rd and 3. Got Laporta in motion. He's going to drop back. He's going to scan, look. He's going to fire and complete to Jamison Williams, who's going to rumble his way for a touchdown. And that, I didn't foresee any of that happening.
What's going on here?
Goff fitting it in a window who I didn't even see that coming. And then
I was
Williams
surprised by that even happening.
Banging through like 3 defenders on his way to the end zone. On a line, and
good
then
ball placement.
Took a big hit.
Good job with a good work O-line. I like that.
Tough mentality from Williams, and again, just a really good ball from Goff, who just put it exactly where he needed to be. With some zip too. That one really was going. And we got a Chiefs player coming off the field.
Is that Williams, yeah.
He's gonna get looked at. But extra point by the looks of it here for the Lions. And I mean, like, why not? I don't see a purpose of going for 2 here, even though it's Dan Campbell. But the extra point is up, and it is good. So
I like the little thing that the kicker does. It does like a little shoulder shrug, and then goes for the kick.
Yeah, he's
very good at what he does. Mr. Bates. I apologize, my allergies suck. I've been very congested the last couple days. It also did not happen last night. Did not help that I went out last night. I can speak English.
English is a great language.
Well, you know how to speak it.
You know how to speak it. I didn't take a listen in on the stream just to see what the audio does sound like, because I know we've had some
There's always been audio issues with this thing. I mean, well, they're not always. It's been
But
recently there's been audio issues. That's not really on us. I don't know what it is, but
So let me just take a listen and hear what this sounds like. Especially if I talk like this. Yeah, that sounds. It at least sounds better now.
okay.
From what I can tell. But just wanted to make sure that was all good. If any audio concerns do arise, please feel free to say so. Because we obviously don't want. We want to create a very pleasant and comfortable listening experience for you guys. So, if that ever becomes not the case, yell at us.
Yell.
But no, I mean, games today. What there was? Oh, I mean, we mentioned the Panthers upset, which, I mean, it was an upset despite the records not being that much different.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cowboys were a pretty heavy underdog, and Panthers they managed to win at home much more than they're much better at home. Especially Bryce Young,
Specifically Bryce Young. Yeah.
He has a much better record at home versus on the road.
What? Oh. Yeah, that's for sure. I agree. I just got distracted by whatever advertisement was on the bottom right, and it was The Voice. We're all dancing. But yeah. So, so far, pretty competitive game. Offense is all offense. There's not much defense, really, so far. Yeah. This is turning out to be a very exciting game. I mean, these two have slowly become more competitive against each other. I wouldn't say quite rivals yet, but does make for some good football.
Yeah, as we got to return up to the 30, I think probably the 31.
Yep.
I think it's interesting because I think these two are almost in like flip situations from even a few years ago, because they played 2 years ago to start the year, and it was like, at that point, it was, how good is Detroit against this clear Super Bowl favorite? How much has Detroit taken a step?
Yes.
And I think that was Detroit's first really good year. Mahomes is going to drop back on 1st and 10. He's going to
evade the sack.
He's going to fire to wide open Hollywood Brown up to the 50, and just buying time while this battered secondary is grasping at straws to try and buy time for this rush to get home. And I mean, they got pressure. They got pressure. You got Hutchinson getting in there, and well, it was just about Aiden Hutchinson, and that was about
literally only it.
But up to a little bit past the 50, 12 minutes left in the second. Mahomes is going to be in shotgun. He's going to drop back and look. He's going to fire a quick out, and he's going to have a completion up to about the 44. So they're going to keep, and ahead of the sticks is where they're trying to, again, if Lions can mitigate the big plays, and I think that's part of the reason why up until like the Chiefs get up to the goal line, that's what's made them kind of a little bit more difficult for them in the red zone, is we do have an injured Lion.
Who's this?
I couldn't tell, but from the side was difficult to tell. He is sitting up, so that is good. Concerned that it might be someone of the likes of like Brian Branch, which you hope not, because he is a key piece of that defense that is still active, and so losing another member of their secondary would hurt. So you hope, I mean, obviously you hope everyone's okay, but
yeah,
you definitely, if your Lions are hoping fingers crossed it's not Brian Branch. That'd be a tough loss. So
yes,
we'll
very much indeed, because Brian Branch is probably one of their only bright spots in that secondary.
Yeah,
safeties and corners.
Yeah, right now that's a best guy you have left in the secondary. You lose him, and you're already thin. You're getting a lot thinner. But
I feel like this happens every single year. The Lions get super injured on defense.
I think this is only the second year that it's really happened, because I don't think it was as much a case 2 years ago.
No,
but
it's just the fact that it's again happening.
It is
not to the degree of last year. Not to the degree of last year.
Well, especially because it's also just different, because a lot of their issues was D-line injuries, and now you're seeing a lot of it in the secondary. But hopefully a lot more minimal injuries and not as much. Because I think most of the injuries that we saw, I think they were mostly questionable, right?
Yeah, they were mostly questionable.
Which means not long-term, rather than last year where they had a lot of season-ending D-linemen injuries.
Yes.
So, different case, but we'll have to see as they're going to start coming back from a commercial break. We'll see what the status is on the injured player, who, again, a lot of speculation because I don't even know who it was. I guess we're not coming back from it. The commercial break. But yeah, other games, I'm trying to think of what other good ones there were. I mean, there was the Chargers who are missing some. They're really they've been also battered a bunch, and they've been really thin on running backs. But we did see Vidal, who has been kind of a longer tenured Charger, step up. Oh, it was Kirby Joseph, who's also not a member of your secondary you want to see go down. He's on the sideline on this 2nd and 4. Mahomes is going to keep it, and he's going to get wrapped up for only about a gain of 1. So 3rd and 3, and I mean this is kind of how the Chiefs have been. I was really looking. I replanned this Joseph injury, and
he must have pulled something.
Did he just get kicked? Like, because he got kicked, and I don't know if that is what triggered it or not. A little bit strange there, but 3rd and 4. If they can keep this in minimal play, they have a good chance. They're going to hand it off to Hunt, and Hunt is going to get wrapped up. Oh, just a yard short. And that's a really good wrap up for Jack Campbell, I believe, is who wrapped him up there. I don't think he got the full tackle, but he did slow him up.
Yeah, he initiated the slowdown.
Oh, it was Anzalone.
Anzalone.
He wrapped him up and just stood him up while he gave time for the rest.
Yep.
Yeah, it gave time for the rest of the team to catch up with them. So that's a good one. 4th and 1, though. Again, this team has been really good on 4th down, so they're going to have a quick handoff to Hunt. He's got it.
He gets it, though.
Up to about the 38-yard line.
Yes.
So, oh boy. Yeah, Joseph is just not looking. He's walking very gingerly on the sideline. But Chiefs, they just go hurry up and hand it off basically as a fullback dive to Kareem Hunt. And hurry up like that, it's just tough to keep up with those. Especially with someone who is just as powerful of a runner as Kareem Hunt is.
Yes, indeed.
A little bit of motion for Worthy, and a toss out. We got some trickery.
Toss.
And Mahomes looks like he's just going to run with it. He's going to be up to the 30, up to about the 28-yard line, and about a 1st down. So, you got a little trickery with a fake end-around pass that I guess just didn't develop. And you just got to wonder if the move this year for teams is just where are they looking? I'm surprised you didn't take a shot on someone there.
Yeah, me too.
1st and 10, though. We got a handoff to Pacheco. He's going to get a yard. And the run game's just not been... It has not been effective. And this is why we've seen so much Patrick Mahomes running the ball. It is nothing else on the ground has been as effective. How much do you think this Patrick Mahomes scrambling is him just feeling the need to play hero ball?
I think it's a lot of him playing hero ball, but
because
what else are you gonna do here?
Because we've seen that in like the past in the NFL. As we have a fake handoff to Pacheco, Mahomes looks right. He gets touched out from Hutchinson.
He fumbled it,
and it's recovered by. It looks like Mahomes.
Mahomes got it over, but Hutchinson almost with a strip sack and a fumble right there. Bro pushed that defender. Was that Gray? I think it might have been Gray. He pushed Gray all the way to Mahomes.
I'm sorry, there's no shot. It was just Noah Gray, right?
Yeah, 83.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just a play.
He just pushes him all the way to Mahomes.
I don't know what you expect when you put a tight end blocking the team's best edge rusher.
He said, "Oh no."
But yeah, third and
18 now.
Third and 18.
So a little bit more out of range for a good field goal position.
You're gonna have four
I don't
wide,
know about
and you
that
get a little
one.
Screen off to Juju. Juju's gonna try and get into that field goal range. He gets close.
No, he's short, guys.
He's short, but you get it close. You're gonna probably fourth and two.
Yeah,
and that's just not good because that's another that puts them in like they can go for this.
Well, yeah.
They
haven't stopped him on fourth down so far, so
you hope on 3rd and 18 that you at least force a field goal attempt, and
now you're dealing with a 4th and 1.
There, 4th and short again with the Chiefs, and we're gonna have a timeout. It looks like the Chiefs.
Yes.
So, Chiefs are gonna think this one over, come up with a game plan, but man, like. A point that I was getting to before the chaos ensued was Mahomes and his hero ball. We've seen that in the past in the NFL.
Yes, quite a lot.
Particularly, the last person I can think of who felt the need to play hero ball to will their team to wins was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And more vintage Aaron Rodgers did it very well, and it won them games. But as the years went on, it started to be kind of the cost of those games. It costed them games. It still worked out really well because he's just a good quarterback. Mm-hmm. But his years in Green Bay, as the years went on, it started to be the cause of their downfall.
Yep.
And
so we're on a 4th and 1 now. It looks like we got Pacheco in the backfield, got 2 at top, Noah Gray at the bottom.
He's gonna fake left, run right. Mahomes
he's gonna run
looking. For it. He's going to fire it up, and that's incomplete. That
was for Worthy. Worthy wants a flag again because you can't. I don't want it to be broken up. Mahomes.
It's about every.
They're whining on the sideline again.
That's every team. Every team does it.
Yeah, like just come on. It was good. It was a good pass. Good block.
It just wasn't. It wasn't there for them. And Lions play good defense. And so they force a turnover on downs. Yeah. That's what
you want.
That is the risk, and
risk and reward.
You wonder. You asked if that extra point was going to come back to pay off, and I think
haunt them. Yeah, right here.
I think. Honestly, I think they still go for it if they still have it, but that field goal would look a lot more tempting if it were to tie the game rather than to just be down 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Chiefs, they kind of feel this need to keep pace with the Lions and try and get ahead when they can. It seems like the mentality by both these teams is last team to score is going to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what you expect out of this kind of a game, right? Because high-flying offenses,
I mean...
It's what you kind of want in this game, right? I think it's a supposedly top teams in a matchup. I mean, you're supposedly going to be better, but
yeah, it's this Chiefs team is getting back in the groove with the offense, where they'd been extremely thin at receiver. They've struggled on the ground all year. Your play calling, you're probably not the most happy with, and your O-line is not what it used to be in years past because it has diminished a bunch over the years. So they're trying to they're actually starting to get back into their groove of this offense, while the defense has kind of been the thing that has kept them in games prior to at least Worthy's return. But yeah, the Chiefs just trying to do everything to crawl back into kind of that contention because, and I don't think anyone really, like, there's a lot of people who are like, this might actually be the Chiefs' downfall. Yet, I think most everyone still thinks they're going to make the playoffs because
they always
the
find
Chiefs.
a way.
And
I always expect them to sneak in. So,
and the thing that makes this interesting, a loss here, you're down to 2-4, and
it's a lot of uphill fighting right now.
it's a lot of uphill fighting, and we've seen them in like rough starts before. The other thing that
But not this rough.
the other thing the Chiefs don't have going for them is their division isn't as easy anymore.
No, you got the Broncos, who are currently having the division lead by 2 games at the moment.
Well, I believe actually the Chargers have the lead now with their win.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, because they do have the tiebreaker with the win over the.
That's right. Yes. So you got 2 4-2 teams. You have the Chiefs at 2-3, and you have the Raiders, who just won their game, who just got their second win. So the Chiefs lose here. Would they go to 4th or no? No, they would be at 3rd still.
They'd be
at 3rd still, right?
They'd be tied with. I think they each have.
They all have 1 division game, I think. I could be.
Well, the Chargers have 2.
No, the Chargers have 2.
With a handoff to Gibbs on 2nd and 5, he's going to get only about a yard. The Chargers beat the Chiefs and the Raiders. The Raiders, I believe, have only played the Chargers, so I think they'd both be 0-1.
Chiefs are 1-1 in their no, that's home games. Never mind. Hold on.
Division record.
I'm looking for division. Yeah, I just don't know why it's not showing me.
But we got a 3rd and 4 quick, and we're gonna see if Detroit can convert here to extend this drive and try and take advantage of that turnover on downs, make this a 2-score game potentially. Jared Goff's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's got some pressure. He steps up. He's looking for somebody. He's going to run for it, and he's got a first down up to the 34-yard line.
Yep.
And he keeps the sticks moving. And if you're Detroit.
Yeah. So, at the moment, Chargers are actually 3-0 in division. Everyone else has 0-1 in division.
Yeah, because everyone's played the Chargers, and the Chargers have won. All of them.
All 3 of them, which is kind of crazy.
But yeah, if you're the Lions here, you're looking at 5.5 minutes in the half. Well, actually now down to 5. You're looking to potentially take all of that up and score a touchdown. Go up 2 scores when you know the Chiefs are going to get the ball to start the half. Hand off to Gibbs.
Uh-oh.
Gibbs has got room up across the 45 up to about the 48.
Well, that's not what they wanted.
Well, I mean, honestly, only a 4.5. They want to find the end zone. Priority number 1. Priority number 2, don't give the Chiefs time to answer back before half because
give it to Gibbs.
Okay.
Literally, give it to Gibbs. Like, he's been able to run this clock down. That was their whole plan that first drive.
I mean, even the second
Gibbs.
drive, Montgomery was able to do it with the second. It's just stick to the ground game. The pass game has also been good for them, but Goff's
they
been
can't stop
efficient.
the run game at the moment. So.
They haven't been able to really stop any of it. As we got a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to find a yard.
Oh, no, he's still up.
Still up. Oh, my goodness. He gets more than a yard. He gets about 6 yards, I think. It comes out to, I think, 2nd and 4. And now we're going to bring Montgomery out.
Hey, it's the power back there. So how does he stay up here?
It turns out the camera just was not following the right guys because he bounced off
every single one of them.
Yeah, about everyone. And I guess the camera crew thought he went to the ground with the rest of the pile, but he just bounced right out.
Oh, okay, so we got Montgomery solo in the backfield right now. Goff is at the line. I think that's St. Brown at the top here. Laporta, Brown in motion to the bottom.
We got
handoff. Fake the handoff.
Goff, he's got a lot of pressure. He grounds it, and
it's just incomplete.
Should be incomplete.
He's like, help me.
No grounding with Montgomery in the area. Should be the call.
Yeah, he said incomplete.
So 3.5 to go, 3rd and 4. If you're Detroit, you're looking to convert here to keep the clock running and get into scoring position. But the Chiefs just blew up that play, just gave them Goff no time. And, I mean, a good job by Goff to ground it to avoid a sack. But I mean, pros either way. But on 3rd and 4, we're going to have shotgun, a handoff to Montgomery, and he's going to try and spin out of an early tackle.
2 yards out of that one.
You get 2 yards.
So here's the next. Oh,
you go for it.
He said stay on it.
You go for it. It's 4th and 2, and you're not in field goal range. You're not in easy field goal range.
Yeah, that's an easy field goal range.
It's a long kick, and we've seen some long kicks. And that'll be
okay, Andy Reid.
point once we hit halftime. But 3 minutes left. We're gonna have Goff and shotgun. A little curious for a 4th and 2 with Montgomery in the game.
Sam Laporta moves to the top with St. Brown. It looks like. Oh no, that's not St. Brown. That's Tesla.
And you wonder, is there a little bit of trickery out here?
Oh, 7.
Goff from shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look. He's going to fire quick out. And that's incomplete, intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he just drops it through the hands.
I wondered why they didn't. Okay.
I mean, again, utilize your weapons. A lot of pressure in Goff's face.
That was a terrible throw.
No, that was a good throw. It was with a lot of pressure, a very good throw. It just goes through the hands of Amon-Ra. And...
Well, now you have to hope the defense doesn't buckle down a little bit.
I mean, we've pretty much seen trade for trade. We saw score for the Lions, score for the Chiefs. Lions answer back. Chiefs get stopped on 4th down. Lions get stopped on 4th down. Now you got to wonder what the Chiefs can do with a little under 3 minutes. Yep. And... it's shaping up to be an interesting one. Not as much of a shootout, I think, as we expected.
No.
But with the Lions' game plan, that's not super surprising. And Lions, again, they're kind of the kings of like fun football, but it's also the difference between playing for fun football and playing for a win.
Yes.
They're playing smart.
They're trying to play for fun while winning games, but
because
I don't know.
If you're the Lions, more possessions is not as good for you. While if you're the Chiefs, you want as many tries because you have enough faith in your defense to get some stops.
Yes,
and you know your offense has the potential to keep up. So, Chiefs want a lot of possessions. Lions do not. Kind of just the way they want to play this game.
Yes.
But, Lions, they're moving the ball well, especially on the ground. Unfortunate with the Chiefs are just, even as easily as the Lions are moving the ball, the Chiefs are still a good defense. They're just not a fun defense. It's a very good defense against a very good offense. But then you look at the Chiefs, and again, they have that explosiveness, but outside of that explosiveness, if you can mitigate the explosiveness, they have not been super effective at just the moving down the field at a normal pace. They've not done as well with the taking what they can get.
Yes.
Other than a couple Mahomes scrambles.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Why are we showing high school? Is there someone specific here?
I mean, they've pretty much every Sunday night have started showing Friday night lights stuff. I forget who it was last week. I think it's usually in the area of the home game, though.
Okay.
But 1st and 10, we got a little bit of a fake end around and a quick dump off to Pacheco. That's going to lose a yard. And
Mahomes got a little cut there on the side of his neck.
You got to wonder, I mean, do the Chiefs run another play before the 2-minute warning?
They could. They do get the ball in the second half, so
they get the ball in the second half, so they
can use whatever they want to do here, but it just kind of depends on.
You really hope to bookend it here, get a score here, and then a chance to score again.
Might as well get one here.
They're gonna run a play before the 2-minute,
last,
and they're gonna have a quick fire out, and that's complete to Brown.
Is that out of bounds or is that okay? That's still in. Okay,
so that'll be complete up to about the 42, and I mean he got out of bounds with the second left, so we're gonna have.
Let's see. So 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah, he got it.
I couldn't see the second leg go down, but knowing Brown, he usually gets it.
So that'll be the 2-minute warning. Chiefs get into Lions territory.
Yep.
With a one play, and again, that's kind of what they've done: is find is have their speedy guys find open space downfield and just let Mahomes find them. Hey. Lions. I mean, honestly, they've played a pretty good game. They've come up short on 2 drives now, especially that first one really sucks. I am curious if they were actually planning to go for it on that 4th and goal from the 5 prior to the delay of game.
They might have thought about it, but
not exactly sure. But
not exactly sure. I can't read his mind.
Yeah, but a few errors, especially again with the Lions. We've seen it in years past. With was it the Dan Skipper touchdown against the Cowboys a few years ago? It's what happens when they run trick plays. Is you find out, you go, does this abide to the rules? And then they run it, and sometimes it doesn't. They go, so we change this. And like we've seen with them, I think they literally ran the same play against the Cowboys the next year. To Dan Skipper, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that play that we saw earlier later in the season
again. Yeah,
later in the season or next year.
Just because they're petty.
Because I mean, it's
good football.
It worked, even though Jared Goff made it scary. It worked. Besides the fact that it wasn't a legal play, but again, the changes.
I wish it was a legal play.
From what we saw, the change is just the fact that Goff wasn't set prior to motioning,
which is weird because normally
there's a sense, because again, you tried comparing it to the Philly special, and the Philly special, all it was the ball was snapped while he was just standing there. I guess. We see that a lot, but what Goff did, I think he would have had to come back to his stance and then motion, because I think you have to motion out of a stance.
Yes.
To which he wasn't in a stance. He had been up talking to the line and whatever, and then went to a motion, which, again, rules. They bring it by the book, which is why, that kind of call is not everybody's favorite, but that's what happens when you try and mess with the work around the rules. We got a handoff, though, outside to Pacheco. And Joseph's back out there.
So Joseph and Pacheco were saying, hey, good job. Good stuff.
He's bringing some energy too, so you're happy to see that with how gimpy he was on the sideline.
He must have hit it funky, I guess.
I wonder if it's just like a cramp or like a Charlie horse, but a quick fire out to Kelsey up to the first down marker up, and that's going to be to the 32. We got a minute and a half, but we have stoppage by the looks of it.
Why did we stop?
And the clock continues to roll.
I was about to say, normally they don't stop, right? Man, I can't wait for the day to not deal with allergies. All right, so we got 1st and 10. Looks like we got Mahomes back with Pacheco. We got, I think, Worthy at the bottom, 3 at the top.
Mahomes drops back. He's firing deep outside to nobody. He way overshot Worthy. I don't really know what he saw. But Worthy just unable to get to the ball. That is only Mahomes' 3rd incompletion of the day.
Yep.
And
Goff probably has maybe like 1 or 2 more incompletions, but that's about it.
I think he only has 2 so far on the day, right?
Oh, really? So he has less?
I believe so. He had the one. He grounded it earlier.
Right?
I do. I haven't looked at all.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. 17 to 11 minutes.
We got a motion out from Hunt.
Difference.
Mahomes fires out quick, and that's incomplete to Travis Kelsey. So a minute left, 3rd and 10. If you're Detroit, I think main objective is just, I mean, obviously not to the end zone, but
keep him to a field goal. Keep him to a field goal is the goal.
You want to keep him to a field goal, and unfortunately, with the way the Chiefs are playing, this isn't just.
Brother, you gotta make that catch. That was an easy catch.
Yeah, but we saw Amon-Ra drop a pass that he could have caught.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it goes either way.
St. Brown was doing it earlier because that was a terrible concentration on the ball there. Oh, we Thornton's in. There's Thornton.
You got to keep them short.
Big play. Here comes
Mahomes
Hutchinson.
fires and overthrows Kelsey.
Are you kidding
flag.
me? Of course they're going to give him a flag.
They're going to give him a push. Or
Where?
No, they'll give him a pass interference call. And we'll have to see what
because
the
the
replay
Chiefs.
is.
Yep. Let's see what it is. I want to see how bad this is.
We'll see what the call looks like. Ooh.
Where are we looking?
Mahomes kind of just throwing up a desperation heave, and you wonder if it just got caught up in traffic. And
where are we looking at?
Not a great angle on the flag.
They were pushing each other.
He gets up under the. No, he does. Yeah, he does get him up under the collar.
Just a little bit, I guess, but still.
Honestly, I could have seen that as just a holding as well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
First and 10
if anything, that was
from
a
the
hold.
18. Quick fire out. Oh my God! It gets past, and Kelsey gets upended at the 1. That's Rocky Scene, the person who had committed the penalty they play prior. Completely. I mean, put him on his head.
Quite literally.
Yeah. So Chiefs down to the 1 with a lucky break with a penalty, and then it barely gets that past Campbell.
Campbell almost got that.
Campbell was real close on that one. But again, this Chiefs Chiefs offense, even though they haven't been super efficient.
Sorry, just every time I say
yeah, put him on his head.
Put him on his head, yeah.
Chiefs offense, it's been tricky, but it has not.
Detroit just called a second timeout.
You're going to see if they can get a stop.
It's fair, I guess. I mean,
you got 40 seconds, and you're looking at Chiefs potentially taking the lead, and the last thing you want if you're Detroit is the Chiefs going into the half with a lead when they get the ball to start the half.
Yes.
Because this can quickly turn from a 10-6 lead to a 10-20 lead for the Chiefs.
Very fast, yes.
So they want to look at least getting some points to.
Detroit should have gone for a field goal earlier.
I mean,
now I'm thinking about it. I understand
that was a long field goal though.
It would have been a long field goal, but you would rather take the risk of getting a chance at a field goal than.
I don't hate the call. Again, it's a long field goal, and with the way he calls
push.
I think we're just seeing.
There was an offsides. Yep.
And Mahomes is gonna get in anyways, so that's. It doesn't even matter. So
Mahomes,
that's gonna be
shut up.
A Mahomes touchdown.
They're not gonna call taunting on Mahomes because that's their golden boy there.
So Chiefs. Yeah, offsides is going to get declined. So with 37 seconds left, Chiefs take a lead. We'll see the extra point attempt.
Yeah, who was the one? Oh yeah, it was
on the right side.
Yeah, I see him now. Yeah, so there's a flag there. I know Branch and Mahomes were talking, but Mahomes was taunting him a bit. So
extra point kick.
Well, Bucker, you gonna go 0 for 2 today?
It's up and it's
okay. He does not. He goes 1 for 2.
They get on the board and back in front.
Well, Lions have
37 seconds. They have 37 seconds.
Yeah, how is that not a taunting penalty right there? That's directed right at Branch.
We'll see what the Lions can do when they get back from this commercial break and see if they can capitalize to at least, again, even coming away with a field goal at the end of this half, regardless of what Chiefs score you see, that's gonna at least make it so it's only a 1-score game.
Yes.
You really hope that you can get something here. And again, to your point of like the field goal try, kicking it from your own 40 it's a long kick. And
was it from the 40? I thought
they were back at like.
I thought they were in Chiefs territory.
They were. They were at the Chiefs 40.
Yeah, it's still.
No, they weren't. They were not deep in their territory though. They weren't up near the red zone at all. It was.
You don't trust Bates to kick a 60-something?
I don't think if you're Dan Campbell, I think we know very well he would rather go for it on 4th and 2 than go for a 60.
I know, but that's what cost them games the last few years. Is that whenever they do something like that, there's always that one play where it's like, shouldn't have you not gone for 4th down, or shouldn't you just kick the field goal, or shouldn't you just take the points here?
That's
like,
also the thing that's won them games, though. Is
it has,
their
but it's
ability to
it's
go
like
for
a
it.
it's like a it's a double-edged sword. Because you have times where
yeah,
it works and
it's-
times where it doesn't. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
high risk, high reward. That's always that's what you get with fourth down, and I feel like a lot of people don't really acknowledge that until the game ends, and you go, "Why did you go for it?" When most fans are like, "Go for it," it's like. I think it's always so funny how people complain about fourth downs.
I preferred more conservative play call. Man, that's just me, but
I don't hate going for fourth down.
it has to
conversions,
be
but you
like
have-
a very like confident, we know what we're doing on fourth down kind of situation.
And I mean,
like,
they did. They had it perfectly set up. It was an unfortunate.
Maybe that's just
Drop.
the Husker fan from the inner Husker fan for me. I just don't trust fourth down attempts because I've seen it go wrong all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, you've seen it happen, right? I mean,
I've seen every way for things to go wrong as a Husker fan. So
yay.
that's just how it goes. But
37 seconds left with a timeout.
we're gonna see what they do. I've seen a lot of teams when they're pressed for time take returns. I don't hate a return here, and they're gonna return it. Up across the 30 to about the 32. There's different circumstances, but I've seen a lot of teams when there isn't a good return situation and you have under 20 seconds, no timeouts, return it. And I'll say, like, not a big fan of some of the decision making. I mean, we saw it last week with the Bills.
Oh my gosh, the Bills. That frustrated me, I'm not going to lie.
But with 33 seconds, you have 68 yards to the end zone, one timeout. Goff from shock, and he's got Gibbs next to him. He's going to drop back. Look, he's going to fire quick out to Laporta. Laporta's going to get out of bounds for about a gain of 5. Only cost him 5 seconds, so it's efficient, and that's what you're going to see a lot of is them working the sidelines here. You wonder if at some point, though, they take a shot deep over the middle because that's what they're looking to leave open. That's what, in this situation, especially once they use that, if they get them to use that timeout, that's what's going to open up is over the middle because you don't have timeouts.
Over the middle for sure. It looks like we got, is that Gibbs in? Yeah, Gibbs are in.
You can always tell by their stance. Goff drops back. He's going to fire to St. Brown.
That's
and
a bit of a...
I don't know how I like that call.
Yeah, the call was a bit interesting. But...
You get about 3 yards and you burn your last time out with 22 seconds. I kind of want to look back at that because that almost looked like it was
pretty close.
It looked like that was going to go to the defender, but St. Brown came away with it.
It was at an angle that looked like it was going to be, so that's why I was like,
it almost looked like St. Brown ripped that away, and I'd be curious to see a replay of it. Doesn't look like I'll get one. Tragic, but 22 seconds, and you got third and short, but you're more concerned about the clock and the yards to get into scoring range than even your downs right now. Tesla in motion. You got Goff in shotgun. Trying to see if they can get someone to jump or read the defense. I got some chitter-chatter. They're making some changes. Goff's going to take the snap. He drops back. He's got some pressure. He's going to move up and over, and he's going to fire it over the head of Gibbs. That'll bring up 4th and 2, 17 seconds. And
you got to get a first down here, at least so the Chiefs don't get it back.
I mean, if you're the Lions right now, I'm saying probably punt here because if you go for this and you don't get it, you're giving it back to them in field goal range at least.
Yeah.
And that gets when they have the ball, and there's potentially a missed hold on the right side.
Yeah, I'm surprised there.
So they look out of it. Yeah, I don't blame them for punting here, because this is going to take off probably about 7 seconds. You leave them with 10 seconds. It's a good punt too. 10 seconds around their own 10. So you assume Chiefs are just going to kneel this. Chiefs are content. Yep, they're looking to just kneel it, or at least
they get it back.
They get it back, and they're already up 3. This is everything they want. is a chance to come out of half and take a lead. But yeah, he can. I wonder how much of it was like just a cramper, Charlie horse or something, because he went from very gimpy to
he's
out there running and bringing a lot of energy too. Yeah, they come out to kneel. So Chiefs take this to halftime with a 3-point lead. There we go. And you're the Chiefs. You're happy.
Yep.
This is what you wanted going into halftime. But also at the same time, Detroit, if they can keep it a one-score game, has been kind of where the Chiefs have struggled this year. So if they can keep it, as long as they can keep it one score throughout most of the game, which is going to ask for a lot. It's going to ask for a defensive stop coming out of the halftime for the Lions, but some miscues for the Lions there, which are unfortunate, but Chiefs, they're making a good team work for it.
Yep.
I do want to check my fantasy points.
Oh, Nexoa was out? And yeah, Warner's out for the season.
No, is it for the season?
Yeah, it's a season-ending surgery.
I saw I needed surgery. I didn't say that it was season-ending.
I was told it was season-ending.
I will have to look. Because I know it was a broken and dislocated ankle. So seeing it reminded me a little bit of Dak Prescott, where his foot just is
just terrible. Those are the plays where it's just like, oh, why did that happen?
Yeah, and that's what the 49ers have struggled to avoid this year and last year, because now you have your two best defensive players out for the year.
Yep. And Niners are injured, bro. Like they're
I mean, you're hoping Purdy comes back next week. You're hoping Kittle comes back next week. You hope a lot of your receivers are back. Jawan Jennings was back, but very limited play time. And yet they still kept it really close against the Buccaneers. Kendrick Bourne had a really good game. CMC's just CMC. I want to look at fantasy now. Where are my fantasy points?
Yeah, I need
How am I doing?
Mine too.
Ooh, not great for me. I'm down 2 points. Goff only has 842, and Gibbs only has 6.2. So it's going to come down to that. My opponent has Josh Allen still left and has Xavier Worthy in the game.
Interesting.
And all I have left after today is Matt Prater, who I don't even remember putting in. Interesting.
Well, there you go.
So, kicker versus quarterback. I need to come away with from this game with more of a lead.
Indeed.
But, take a look at Pick'ems, give me a better idea of, or at least reminder of where these games have been. Again, Eagles. We kind of talked about how exciting the Giants have been. Eagles are in panic mode, I think. Even though you're 4-2, it was a bad loss. Because your offense, I think the only offensive piece that's been pretty functional is Dallas Goedert.
And that's about it.
You have some injuries on your O-line. Saquon's not been able to get as much going. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith have not been as effective. And
it's the Super Bowl hangover in a full effect a little bit.
You wonder if getting to the point, especially now, because it's weird that this is the case, but we're almost at the trade deadline. We got a couple of weeks to the trade deadline. You kind of wonder if some of these guys start getting moved, and I think A.J. Brown's going to be one of those guys requesting a trade.
So I've seen some things with A.J. Brown. I think there's a good chance that he might go to Buffalo.
I've seen rumors of him to Buffalo.
Because they've needed a wide receiver one, Not saying that the guys there aren't good.
I mean, I think it would be interesting seeing him in the mix with Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir, but
I think those three would do pretty well together.
it would be a very talented receiver room for sure. It's just I don't know how well AJ Brown would fit kind of into that scheme. I could see a few different destinations, and I mean, as we usually do, I feel like we'll see more speculation on the channel, especially in those weekly episodes of kind of where some of these trades end up, who trades for what, and who trades for what. That is actually a very funny
First
tweet.
victory formation of the season.
Yeah, because I think that's the first time the Buccaneers have had a comfortable win.
Mm-hmm. I love how some of these people on the internet are like, Drake May is going to be the next Tom Brady.
Well, no, he's absolutely not the next Tom Brady.
And
he's a good quarterback.
He's all right. I mean, he's not amazing. He's giving me Mac Jones vibes a little bit. Like he has like a good first couple seasons, and then
I see him being much more successful than Mac Jones. He has a lot
he
higher.
will. He will be more successful than Mac Jones. I just think that Drake May's hype is a little too high right now because, wow, you beat the Saints, I guess.
Well, they just beat the Bills.
That's also true. They did beat the Bills, but it's a division game. Division games are always a toss-up.
But Drake May has been playing very well, and again, his weapons are not great. He doesn't have like great. His number one target, I think, this last game was Kayshon Boutte, and they're injured. Like their running back room is injured because you don't have Antonio Gibson.
Nope.
Ramondre
Stevenson is not gonna do anything.
He's not been doing much. It's kind of just been the Drake May show. And, I mean, you're hoping Henderson can step up. Stephon Diggs had a big game last week, but we haven't seen as much of it outside of those kind of like revenge games for him. I'm on board kind of with Drake May. He's been very impressive, and I think he could be, again, I'm not saying he's going to be a Tom Brady, but he is looking like a potential actual like scorer as far as a franchise QB. He's shown a lot of the signs.
He'll be their franchise QB for a while. I will agree with that.
It's just going to be, can they get a team around him?
Which is the next big question.
Yeah. But looking at some of the Sunday fallout, another big question. We're kind of approaching that time where those hot seats are
getting hot.
They're getting real hot, and we might see. It's about time that some of these teams actually start making a change. And, I mean, I know I've been saying that for the past few weeks where it's like, oh, it's time to make a change. This is that time of the year, though, where, like, the big firings come for the people who've really been disappointing.
Yep.
I think two big names right now. I mean, there's a few big names. Stefanski, his team's bad. I don't think, and again, AFC North teams don't tend to fire during the season, which is why I also don't think Zach Taylor will get fired.
I want him to so badly.
I think he'll get fired at the end of the year. Knowing the Bengals and, again, AFC North teams, they wait till the end of the year because they're much more stubborn and they will try and find smaller fixes rather than big changes. Meanwhile,
yeah,
you look at, like, the Dolphins, another painful loss for the Dolphins on a last-second field goal to the Chargers. Yeah, there's that. Puka, I think, was okay from injury, and I think Igbuka was questionable for most of or he was doubtful with his hamstring. So I think he's going to be, at most, he'd miss some practice and maybe next game, but it's not a severe injury with him.
No, but Fred Warner, out for a season with a dislocated and fractured ankle, is not what you want to see.
You know what the solution is? Don't play in San Fran anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say,
San
Francisco.
Injuries just go away.
There's something there. Like, there's like an injury curse or something there that, like, no matter what happens, there's always going to be so many players like that are injured, either out for the season or out for a while. And that's what happened last year, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Like, it happens all the time. Like, even if the 49ers get to the playoffs, there's always going to be those pieces that are not going to make it.
Yeah.
They kind of get they kind of just get left in the dust and they get injured and everything. It's not like, obviously you can't control injuries. There's no way you can stop that. But the fact that it happens so often there is kind of ridiculous. It's like, is it just?
I mean, you say you can't stop it. Like, you can't really stop it, but there's ways to prevent it.
Yeah, there's ways.
And
to
you wonder how much of it is like what is the conditioning like, and what is the med team looking like? Because there are teams that avoid injuries a lot better than others, and it's not just because these teams are getting injury-prone players, but sometimes it's literally just the staff and the way they treat things.
There's been people that are just like, it's got to be Shanahan and his curse or whatever, like in the sense of curses.
If you believe in curses, yeah, I think a lot of it.
I don't really, but I don't know. Shanahan's a weird coach where it's like he's a good coach until you get to the big games.
He has a tendency to choke away big games. And I think it's either going to be one of those things where that sticks with him until he actually gets over it, or it keeps happening until 49ers decide that they need someone who can actually win in the big games. So that's, again, like a thing that's probably you're not going to see him gone until, like, if something tragic happens this year. But I'm curious who you think after this week we could potentially see fired with the Sunday's fallout. I think Canales saved his job for another week.
He definitely did.
Maybe a few more weeks. Callahan, because that team looks so bad against the Raiders too. It was a highly dysfunctional offense against the Raiders.
Whatever the Raiders have on the field, I guess. It's frustrating.
It's very frustrating. It was very frustrating watching them. Again, Zach Taylor, but
I was able to watch a bit today, football-wise, but it's just disappointing every time I see something like that. It's just like, you should know that to do better. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think I'm still liking my pick as far as first coach fired this year for Mike McDaniels, because, well, I don't think he's necessarily the worst coach.
He's definitely lost the locker room.
I think the Dolphins will be the ones to jump on it, because I feel like he's kind of been they've kind of been upset with his performance. Just like, playoffs the last few years, and then last year missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think this year is just kind of hey, we need to move on from him. Titans, I think, are going to take a little extra time to go. Is Callahan the problem?
He is.
And they're going to take...
It should not be this hard of a decision.
I mean, again, the team isn't good, but Cam Ward also isn't bad, so he should not be struggling the way he is.
No, it's just he has a terrible team around him.
He does.
Ridley is like one of the only good pieces he has to work with.
I will admit, Pollard. I think their running back room isn't bad, because
Pollard's good.
I like Tyjae Spears too.
Spears is good too. Pollard and Spears is a good running back duo. They just don't get utilized very well. And I've seen the internet just like, wow, Cam Ward's going to be a bust. Shedeur Sanders should have been the first overall. Like, you know how Shedeur fans are. Like, you get those kind of comments. I'm like, you realize it's a rookie in a terrible team, right?
Yeah, and
like
their O-line is also up. Just has not been.
There's
good.
no defense. There's no O-line. His receivers is Calvin Ridley, and that's about it. His running back room is probably the only solid thing that he has going for him. So
even that is like not great.
And we're coming back from the half. Lions kick it off, and do we have a return? Yes, we do. So we got him going out to.
Oh, he's gonna bounce off some defenders, but he's gonna get wrapped up behind the 20. So yeah.
Snaps.
About the worst starting position we'll see today.
Mm-hmm. Now it's time to see what Dan Campbell and the Lions will do to get the lead back and put away this game. Yeah, I was about to say this is the first time they've trailed at half since week 1. So this is okay. Will be back, but I'm still here. All right, so we got Pacheco in the backfield with Mahomes. Mahomes takes it, dumps it off to. I didn't quite see who I was. Who's 24 again? That's not Hunt. That's Smith. Will's messing around with stuff. Don't worry about it. So let's see here. So that's a first down for the Chiefs, or actually second in inches. He was just short apparently. Kelsey's on the sideline, which is interesting. All right, we got Mahomes with the line. We got Pacheco all the way in the back by himself, and Pacheco easily gets the first down, and he gets a little bit more too. Let's see here. It's about past the 40. So, yeah.
Yeah. Looking at, I guess, Kelsey. Kelsey looks like he got rolled up on, so it looks like he probably came off with some sort of injury. Doesn't look too bad. Probably just some mild discomfort. He'll probably take a couple plays.
Gray's in for him.
1st and 10 from the 37, and we got a quick fire out to Gray, and he's got a first down up across the 50, up to about the 44 of Detroit. And so they come out firing.
Yep.
This is not good for the Lions. Lions need to get control of this, because a 2-score game is the last thing you want.
I mean, we kind of saw this last week with the Jaguars with the Chiefs. They got to a lead at some point, and they seemed to be pretty comfortable for a bit, and then the Jaguars just kind of slowly chipped away at that lead. So we'll see what they do here. We got Pacheco in the backfield.
Mahomes rolls right, and he's gonna just flip it to Pacheco, who drops it. And Pacheco has had
interesting.
He's had a tough times ever since his injury.
Yeah, he's not been the same.
He's not been the same the past 2 years. Which is just
the weird shovel pass, but
I mean,
he should have caught that.
It was a very catchable ball, and I mean, again, this is a lot of the stuff you see with teams, really good teams starting to see a downfall, is just the simple stuff. But we see Mahomes dropping back.
He's got
protection. A completion to Kelsey. He's back in the game up, and they're up to the 30.
Yep. I was about to say, Branch went in to go put some pressure on Mahomes there.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. They're going to go quick. Yep, they're going to go quick to get the...
No, they called a flag. They
threw a flag, but it is not a dead ball, so that isn't reviewable anymore.
Wait.
Mahomes is going to run for first down.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Oh, my God. I hate this rule. Okay, so if they... sometimes I hate the rule, sometimes I get it. It's just whenever they should have gone back and reviewed that, first of all. Second of all, when they throw a flag and everything, and... They stop. Okay, so
it was the
defensive. Yeah, so first down, I get that, but okay, fine, whatever, fine. They get away with another one.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the Chiefs, because they can get away with everything.
It's not just the Chiefs. People get away with it all the time. It's not only the Chiefs.
They just have a huge spotlight on them. That's the other thing.
It's just you notice it most with them because everyone throws their arms up when it happens with them. But 1st and 10 from the 20. Chiefs are going to drop back. They're going to dump it off to Hunt, and Hunt is going to have some room, and he's going to get a first down up to the 9-yard line now. So they're keep on moving. Lions, they're struggling coming out of the half, or slowing down this offense, and
this is what you didn't want, Lions. This is why I told you to get the field goal earlier. I don't care if it was from 60-something. Kick it.
Well, and then they miss, and it's the same situation. So
yeah, but I don't know. It's just
it's just what happens. Either way. If you come away, you could come away with 0 points either way, and nothing happens. A quick flip to Hollywood Brown. He's got a convoy
why do we even
and a touchdown, and so the Chiefs are going to go up 2 scores over the Lions early in the 3rd. So we'll see this extra point try. As again, Chiefs they love using motion and trickery. We see a little jet sweep, and Lions just had a tough run of it with the defense in this first drive. So we'll have to see the Lions come out and find some sort of response. We got Butker's extra point try, up and good. And 20 points, it's about... I mean, I'd have to actually look exactly at what their turnout has been. But I think they have, 1 week of points over... Is it like 21? Let's see. So far this year... Only one. No, that's never mind. They had 28 against the Jags last week. So, offense has been producing. But Chiefs come out firing. Lions are going to have to look for a response here. And Lions also probably going to have to take a little bit of a different approach than they got to in the first half. Now you're going to have to look at maybe not playing as much possession, because now you need this. Now you need a stop to try and get back ahead. You need one stop plus some successful drives. So Lions will get the ball when we come back from this commercial break. I guess we're not going to commercial break. They're on commercial break.
Yep, they've been on a commercial break for a minute.
They have, but we're not, because we don't get money like that.
I wish.
But no, I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, Chiefs, they know how to do, at least Andy Reid knows how to manage things well. And so it's just going to be how well they can hold it together. See if Chiefs, they'll need a stop. They don't need a stop, but a stop here against the Lions on this drive would give them very good control over this game.
Yes, very much so.
And you kind of mentioned it last week. They went up pretty big on the Jaguars, and then it just felt like there was a point where even though they had the lead, they had lost control of the game as the Jaguars started to crawl back and somehow managed to come out with a win.
Yep.
But Detroit, we'll see if they can kind of get some of that momentum back, because they definitely need it. It's if they can't get the momentum back here on this drive and get something going for them, it's gonna be a very tough uphill battle. We're gonna have a return from about the own one. It's gonna be up across the 20 to the 25, 26 yard line, and I think that is Raymond yet again.
Yes.
So 1st and 10 from their own 26.
I'm still mad that this got called back, but whatever.
That's just, and the unfortunality of the rules. This one sucks.
Get better hands, St. Brown, apparently.
I mean, he's one who's gonna remember that, and he's gonna internalize that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some big play from St. Brown later in this game. A little bit of motion and a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs trying to find some room. He's gonna get about 5. And I'll bring up 2nd and 5. We'll see. I'm curious how much they keep the pace they had earlier, because down 2 scores, you really need a stop, and I don't know how much faith you have in that defense to get a stop on fewer possessions.
Yeah.
So you wonder if they go a little more up-tempo to give themselves a better chance. Another handoff to Gibbs, and he's going to get 2 more. And now you're looking at 3rd and 3. looking a little dicey right now. Chiefs got some real good momentum coming out of the half. And they just, they beat the line. It's a good play by those Kansas City linebackers. St. Brown motions to the top of the screen. Goff and shotgun. He's got Gibbs to his right. Looks like Chiefs are bringing some pressure, and they will. Goff's going to fire. That's complete.
Hey, it's St. Brown.
St. Brown, look, there he is. He's already made a few catches since, but there's another big catch, third down conversion. And I wouldn't expect him to be done for I wouldn't expect that to be it. I'm expecting a lot more from him. Kind of going, and Lions go hurry up, and they have a complete mismatch. They leave Jamison Williams wide open.
All the way open.
And he's up across the 50 into Chiefs territory. And so we saw it.
I was like, why are they leaving Williams alone up there?
We saw it with the Chiefs' first drive of the half, going hurry up and completely leaving the Lions just not ready for it. And
there was nobody
We saw
there.
it here. Williams calling for the ball. Chiefs saw it way late. And I mean, that's what that hurry up can do, is if you go hurry up, you can get people just out of a rhythm, and stuff gets left open.
Mm-hmm. All right, so from the 48-yard line, we got Gibbs in the back.
Gibbs is going to get wrapped up, but he's going to muscle his way for
yards.
2 yards. So I don't know about the Lions' approach right now, because they're still eating away at that clock, and right now what's been effective is kind of the quicker big plays. And I don't know, you're putting a lot of faith in your defense right now. That's kind of struggled. I mean, you've only allowed 20 points to this point. I mean, I say only 20 points, but it's just out of the second half.
Yep.
As we see Goff, he's going to take it from shotgun. He's going to look and dump it off to Gibbs. Gibbs looking for some room, and he's going to go backwards and lose about 3. So now you got a 3rd and long. I get the approach in the first half, but right now it seems like they need to bounce back big, and I think a little more up tempo is to their advantage here. So I don't know. You gotta have faith in Dan Campbell, I guess, but
yeah, I'm just keeping quiet.
Yep. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Goff he's in shotgun. Gibbs to his left. Chiefs showing some pressure, and they bring it, and they got a little dump off to Williams, and I just don't.
What was the point of that?
I don't understand the play call there.
This is why the Chiefs keep winning all the time, because you guys keep drawing up stupid plays. Such a why would you call a screen pass in 3rd and 11?
My guess is the approach is get it to a 4th and short and go for it, but that's
not how. Sorry, I'm just upset about all these play calls. They're so stupid. Dan Campbell, you should know better than this.
I mean, he obviously knows that was. He doesn't need to see that twice to know that play call was not the play call.
What? No.
But we actually get to see a punt, as it's
that could have been bad.
Roughly recovered around the 6, and now you ran off what 4.5 minutes, and now you're looking for almost a must-need stop, because if you get Chiefs get another scoring drive here, this game is looking a lot more out of reach than you'd like halfway through the 3rd, especially with how the first half went. Like we've seen a few times these top tier teams, especially under the lights, start shooting themselves in the foot. And
because they're trying to be flashy instead of actually going to win the game.
Well, I mean, last week it was just discipline with the Bills. The Eagles, there was just nothing really there on offense. Just struggling completely. But these teams have just not put out the best football, especially under the lights, for one reason or another. And again, this is what you wondered, is how are the Chiefs going to actually look as they start to get these pieces back, because we're expecting them to. And for those who feel they're gonna crawl back and into the playoffs and crawl back this season, this is
the point.
This is a tipping point for them, because you've gotten some wins, but they're not
pretty.
They're not big wins. You lost to the Jaguars. You beat the Ravens, who've not looked good, and you beat the Giants, who look better now, but you got them pre-quarterback change. This is the game that's going to give you some semblance of actually being a threat.
Yeah, this is why you don't bet against the Chiefs, because they're always going to find a way to get back in, and that's why I will never, ever, ever count the Chiefs out of the playoffs now, or haven't ever, because they're just not going to lose. They don't
go away.
They're stupid because they always find a way to get back in the playoffs, and they somehow get all the way back in. And that's why I hated the Patriots dynasty, because they were like the literal bug that would not die.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't die. Like,
that's
keel over. Just let somebody else win it for once. Gosh darn it. We
that's what dynasties do. So
I know. I'm all for team success and everything, but like, at some point it's like, can someone else win it, please? Like, I'm tired of seeing the same. Like, you get fed the same thing, it just becomes stale to you. Like, it's tasteless.
First and 10 from the 7. We got a handoff to Kareem Hunt up to the 10.
Yeah, so that's about 3 yards. So
if you're the Chiefs right now, again, I had mentioned it earlier. It's if you're the Chiefs, you're looking to get out to keep this away from a one-score. Keep this away from a one-score game. You want to keep a lead and hold it. Because like once this gets close, you're gonna get a little bit of that deja vu you've had all year.
I just realized. Kelvin Shepard, the new defensive coordinator for the Lions.
Yeah,
is he the first like offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach with dreads?
No. Oh, we have a quick completion, and Pacheco drops another one. Yikes. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
I don't think I've ever seen a coach with dreads until now.
I mean, it's
like high ranking.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of the coordinators as part of the thing. I'd have to look back at it like every coordinator, but I would bet that there is someone. I bet there probably has been coordinators who have had dreads.
Yeah, I just noticed that for like the first time. Like, I've seen bald, I've seen short hair, long hair, I've seen scuffy. Like, I've seen them all. Like, I just never seen dreads on like on a coordinator ever.
As we got 3rd and 7, Mahomes drops back, fires out to Kelsey, and Kelsey
he almost drops that.
He does get a first down and some good yardage. I believe Shepard is a former player, and I think that's kind of where that comes from. That's kind of more of an athlete look.
What did he play?
As he worked against.
Oh my gosh, he almost drops that again.
He's got a decent completion. Again, moves the sticks, which is the important thing. Gets up to the 25, 27.
27, yeah. So, well, whoever has Kelsey tonight is not doing too hot. Or doing
too bad.
Too bad.
Mahomes looks, he's going to run up. He's going to pump fake and just slide for about a gain of 2. Was nothing there. He seems so eager to take off now. But
yeah, he's not waiting very often.
His patience has seemed much lower, which has kind of been the thing that's made him so dangerous, is his ability to improvise and then find someone, but keep his eyes downfield. And it seems more now he will scramble. He'll still pump fake and make people think he's going to fire, but it's a lot more scrambles. And I wonder how much of this is like this year and even the Super Bowl last year is getting to that mentality. As we got Mahomes. Quick fire underneath, and that's just incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. So
interesting.
Another 3rd and 8. We've seen a few of these already. What, in this half?
Yeah, Hutchinson with the pressure here. He
comes off the way. Oh, he just unblocked.
Yeah, he just gets unblocked. So I don't know why they let him go like that.
I mean, that's just kind of the play design is you leave the edge and. I don't know. It's a boot. You expect to roll back towards that pressure a little bit, but that's why he has that motion. But
look for Brown here. Look at Brown here.
Got a little bit of motion. He's going to try and work out. He can't quite break free, so Mahomes looks to scramble, and he's going to get hit a few times. And
he's still going to be short, though.
He is short, 4th and 2, but he did everything to try and get to the line to gain. And
good thing he didn't lean over the other direction. He tried. He tried.
It took him, it took like 4 guys to get him down.
So 1, 2, 3.
Initial hit, and he stays
4
up.
4 or 5.
5 guys. Man, I'm hungry.
I already had food, so I'm not hungry.
Must be nice. Oh, we're actually going to see the Chiefs punt.
Yay.
Not super surprising in their own territory, but
it's good news for the Lions.
Good news for the Lions getting that stop. Absolutely.
Okay, we got some pressure on the line there.
That came off like a rocket, and it's going to get fair caught around the 18. So, Lions, you get a second chance to stay in this game, but again, if the Chiefs are the next team to score, you're in a lot of trouble. So they need they need
to come out with at least a field goal or a touchdown. They can't stall out here. They can't play down.
Because if this becomes a 3-possession game, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. If they
be over. It's going to be over. That's what that is.
Pretty much. They need something here to at least make it a 1-possession game.
Yeah.
So that
make it more interesting, I guess.
Because if you score here, yes, the Chiefs get the ball back and they can get it back to a 2-score lead, but you have the chance to respond equally and keep going until you get a stop.
Oh yeah.
And that gives you a chance to tie. It's not pretty, but that's kind of how they have to play this, and you have to have a lot of faith in your defense. Again, I'm curious to see how the Lions come out tempo-wise.
Yep.
They took their time on the last set of downs.
They need to go a little bit faster.
I think they should. I think they should speed it up because
there's no reason to keep stalling the clock out if you're not going to produce anything on offense. You got to do something. They haven't scored any points since the first quarter, I think. Beginning of second quarter. They haven't scored since the beginning of second quarter.
Yeah, I believe it was.
They have not done anything since then. And they got to do some here. Otherwise, they're going to be, like you said, fighting a battle uphill. And 3-possession game is not ideal, especially going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to happen, I would hope. But this is not the most ideal, but it is 10 points. 10 points is reasonable to work with.
It's manageable.
17 is a bit much.
It's manageable if they can get a score here.
Yes.
And again, I can understand taking the slow approach, because if you take the slow approach, you're putting a lot of pressure on your defense. But what if your game plan is essentially take time, maybe even to the fourth quarter, score a touchdown.
Yep.
Get a quick stop, get the ball back, and score before the end of the game.
What's going on here, Jones? Did he get his arm stuck?
Looking at, I guess, a Chris Jones injury. They had been panning over him on the side. Yeah, he hit something on his arm.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from their own 19. We're going to have Goff and shotgun.
All right.
Montgomery in the backfield with him. Fakes it to Montgomery. He's going to look. He's going to just float it over to Montgomery. He's got room to run across the 30 to the 40. And he gets tripped up around the 43.
St. Brown with a little bit of blocking, but that's about it.
I should have specified I expect to see St. Brown in every facet, because he's a good blocker, and I'm sure he's still gonna have that drop on his mind. So he's gonna. I'm betting you see some angry play from him the rest of the game. And then it does include the blocking game, which he's just got so much value.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of what Dan Campbell looks for. Goff dropping back on 1st and 10. He's gonna drop it off.
Hey, there's St. Brown,
and he's got a first down up into
St. Brown for the first
territory. Down. So they get the ball moving. You got 2 plays into KC territory.
Mm-hmm.
And it does look like they're
Montgomery with a good block here, right here. Boom.
a good chip on Tranquil, so that's
Tranquil with a
that's a linebacker
almost a
too.
clear rush, except you had to run into Montgomery.
Who
Your power back right there. He's
Yeah.
not gonna go down. All right, so we got Montgomery next to Goff. We got 2 receivers up top. We got Laporta going up to the top as well.
He's looking he's
up
gonna
that
fire,
way,
and he's
there's
gonna have a
St. Brown
completion.
again.
St. Brown up to the 35.
So, well, you were asking to see more of him. So, I mean, you're getting your wish right now.
I mean, you know, St. Brown has that mentality of he just doesn't. He
messes
doesn't,
up once. He's got to fix it. It's on his shoulders or something like that.
He's got such like a chip on his shoulder kind of mentality. I mean, we've seen however many years it's been the talk of being picked below all of these receivers and him trying to prove himself as the best one from that class. As we have Goff dropping back and complete.
And there's St. Brown again.
St. Brown for 6.
Oh,
he's always had that mentality of like people being down on him is what motivates him, is to prove people wrong, and so a misfire like that earlier is the exact thing he needed as motivation and
it's fuel.
Yeah, it fuels his fire, and it's fueled his fire a bunch this drive, as we've seen him 3 times plus, again, a big block for Montgomery on that catch and run. So we'll have to see some out of him. We got Williams in motion, a little flip to him. He's got some lead blockers, and he's going to have a first down up to the 24. So, Lions.
Moving down the field pretty fast, too.
Yeah.
It's what you wanted.
Yeah, they're moving pretty quickly. I would almost like to see them keep a little more clock because I'm still concerned about their ability to stop KC on this next drive. And that'll put it back at 2 possessions, which is just the concern with what the time's looking at. Because now we're 20 seconds left in the third. Man in motion, that looks like that was Tesla. Fakes it to Montgomery, goes back to Montgomery. He's got a convoy right all the way up to the 8. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
I mean, pretty favorable field position. Going into the fourth quarter, you're probably going to be down at least by a score, depending on what they do here. But yeah.
So we go to quarter number 4. That's not what I wanted.
Let's see here.
So on to quarter number 4. Lions really just a rough third quarter. They've struggled to score quickly. That's about the quickest drive, and that still took, 4 minutes?
Yes.
So you hope for a quick score here. And again, I get the mentality, but a lot of that mentality of taking 5 to 7 minutes per drive, your concern is if they score on this next drive, you don't have time for 2 5 to 7 minute drives. You only got 1.
Yeah, quick.
So, and it's putting a lot of pressure on the defense this next drive, and if that falls short, you're putting even more pressure on your offense following that. So it's an interesting tactic. We'll see if it pays off with the defense. If the defense can come up big, then I will admit that it was not the best approach, or that it was a better approach, that I was wrong if it works out. But again, banged up defense, your offense is kind of what's been more effective right now.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me, but
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a reason they get paid the big bucks to do it and we don't, because most of the time they have a better idea of what's going on. Keyword most of the time.
Most of the time, yes.
There
are definitely some points where just like, I think we could make a call better than that or whatever it is, but That's just us. Okay.
Yeah.
That's usually how an NFL fan is. I know how to coach this team better, or I know what to do here, and we don't.
I mean, I'm not someone I know that like I'm not I probably wouldn't be able to do this job better than most of these guys, but there are a few times where I'm like, I think I would have had a better call than that.
There's always going to be a couple of those.
But it's
at least they're talking to each other. You got Hunt and Ford Hamp right here.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you're not going to see those two duke it out, but
well, yeah, obviously. I'm just saying, like, hey, it's cool to see like they're getting along, right? Like, there's not any like rivalry or anything between like owners.
First and 9, quick fire out to St. Brown yet again has been a major contributor on this drive, up to the 4.
Feed St. Brown.
I don't have a problem with this because that at least gives me Jared Goff points.
Yes.
If I were reversing St. Brown, I'd be a little more concerned. But
yes.
Let's see what we got there. Bringing out looks like 2 tight end set.
We got 2 at top, 1 at the bottom.
Montgomery
in the back. We got Laporta moving to the bottom.
Williams at the bottom. He's finding a rough time. Oh, they fired up to Laporta, and he caught that.
Woo!
What a catch.
Hey, that's Laporta. I get points.
That is
that was a beautiful catch. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Good protection on the O-line. Specifically.
Holy, does he actually come down with this? 1, 2, he does.
Oh, my gosh.
He just
what
along
control.
the back line, and he's working against, I believe he's actually working against a defensive back, not even like a linebacker.
That's good.
Not a linebacker, I reckon.
That's a good catch, Laporta.
That was
amazing.
He had to climb the ladder for that one. So you get a quick score here, and so now they've made it a 1-score game. Now the question is going to be the defense. As the extra point is up and good.
Why, Chiefs, why? This is Wrathful Soul.
So
because the Chiefs going to achieve, I don't know.
Chiefs? Why are we rooting for the Chiefs? Why would you do that?
Why?
No,
why would you do this to us?
No, you have 2 teams, and you're Packers and Commanders, right? If I remember correctly. Could be wrong. Why is it scored 20? Oh. Okay, I see. Yeah. It's why are the Chiefs winning? Not
why are the Chiefs winning?
Because they're the Chiefs. That's why.
This is what happened last week with the Jaguars.
It is, and then we saw, I mean, honestly, usually with how last week went, it was Jaguars crawled back and then took a lead, and then the Chiefs answered back, and then Jaguars took another lead. Yes. Chiefs took the lead back. Last second score for the Jaguars, and I don't think we're gonna see. I'm not too optimistic about the idea of seeing. Definitely not 3 more Lions drives.
Mm-hmm.
That
Cam Newton. Oh my gosh, it is.
No, I could see 2 more Lions drives.
No,
I think if it's gonna depend on this next Chiefs drive, but I think 2 more I could see out of the Lions. It's just as much as it's like the Chiefs only have 20 points to this point, I don't have a lot. I feel like the Chiefs have kind of had their way a bit. They've had some like 3-and-outs and some difficulty on certain drives, but I still feel like that offense has kind of had their way with the defense. So I just I don't know.
We'll see.
It's scary.
Really
it's a little scary. But
how is everybody doing tonight? We're watching some Sunday Night Football. Mm-hmm. Yeah. With how productive Gibbs was tonight, he only has a 7.8 points in fantasy.
I mean, it's
like that's how productive. Like he's been really productive tonight, but it doesn't really show in fantasy.
He's been a workhorse, but he's not quite had like. again, it's a lot of that is the tempo they've used and the way they've used him. It's not been big plays. He doesn't have a lot of yards, and he doesn't have touchdowns.
Yes.
And that's kind of what's held them.
The running back show right there. Falcons and 49ers right there.
How good of a game that will be
depending on how good the Falcons play tomorrow night.
Yeah, even though I still have concerns about it might be a shootout.
Okay, he's going to take it out to about...
Oh, he's going to have some room up to about the
31.
How many times have we had the 31 or the 32?
I don't know, a bunch. What's this? Oh.
This is going to be talking about one-score games and how they went from one of the most successful one-score teams in one-score games to now winless in one-score games.
12 points? That's crazy.
Yeah, they've struggled late in these games. And a lot of that is, like, again, discipline and stuff. Oh, Lions showing a heavy set, and they're going to bring... they're going to have a stop for about only 2 yards on a run to... Was that Pacheco?
Yeah.
So...
No, it's Hunt. Never mind.
Interesting. I'm just curious to see what the Lions do. Because it's not been easy for them.
No. So Pacheco's back in now. You got
Pacheco's in now.
Kelsey, Worthy on the same side. Brown is on the bottom by himself.
He's got Gray on his side as well. You're going to see a pass. Mahomes looks. He's going to fire quick into the ground as he gets hit while he throws.
Oh,
and we're seeing a flag.
Gosh.
It looked like a big...
Golden boy. Protect the golden boy.
It looked like a big hit on Mahomes. I mean, I saw like a reverb on him. Like, yeesh. So they're going to have roughing the passer on the defense. I want to see how big of a hit this is. Because, again, it looked like a big hit. It was very bang bang. Yeah, it's a little late. Like he has time to stop and he doesn't. So, but I mean, honestly, you wonder how much.
Stop acting like that, Mahomes.
You wonder how much is.
Crybaby. Sorry.
You wonder how much is Hutchinson just trying to get into his head too.
Probably
hitting him because that's what the Eagles' strategy was last year.
It was a game strategy, yeah, but still, I don't like. He whines a bit too. All right, so
we're gonna have a play to
Worthy.
Worthy's got a little bit of room, and he's gonna get about 6 yards. That's gonna bring up a 2nd and 4, a very manageable second down. And I mean, yeah, you may get into Mahomes' head, but now you've given the Chiefs some pretty good position on the field. So like a first down here and there, looking at field goal range. Although if you're the Lions, I think you're okay with a field goal. You're just trying to really get him away from a touchdown. Mahomes, a low snap, and he looks and he fires, and he has Worthy yet again. Worthy breaks a tackle. He's got room to the outside, and he's going to get tripped up, and he is looking like he's near field goal range. Or not field goal range, the red zone.
It was like they're in field goal range.
Yeah. Right, because I believe he got up to around the 20.
25, 20 or something like that, yeah.
But I mean, just breaks a tackle and beats him to the outside. That's what that speed is. That's what he's known for, is his speed. No, it's up to 30.
I was like, I didn't think he got that far.
I thought they got further downfield. No. Fakes a handoff quick out to Juju Smith-Schuster.
They left him a bit open there. I don't know.
Yeah, they're playing soft coverage, and so now. This is just a couple plays, and the Chiefs are in scoring position.
Again.
Yep. And
you can't have anything nice.
So, Chiefs, again, they work fast. Their offense is actually not that much different than what we see with the Lions. It's just the tempo.
Yeah.
Chiefs, they're snapping it with like 12 seconds. A quick out, and they got room up to about the 12-yard line, 12 or 13-yard line, and that'll be Smith on the completion. So Chiefs keep on marching. Lions trying to find a way to get a stop, and I think the thing with the Chiefs is
That's not a hold on Kelsey whatsoever, huh?
Getting ahead of the sticks doesn't necessarily mean anything because the Chiefs, when their drive fizzles, it fizzles hard. It's not like just getting behind the sticks. A run to Pacheco, and he's going to have a first down up to about the 9-yard line. And it's going to come down to see if the Lions can get a goal line stop. Because it's first and goal. So, what can you keep them out of the end zone? That's really the only real question. Chiefs field goal doesn't do too much for the Chiefs. So we're going to have a handoff to Pacheco off right. He's got some room, and he's going to be up to about the 3. It looks like is where they'll give him forward progress to. And second and goal from the 3.
Yep.
This is where they like to get really tricky. That's not favorable.
Nothing's ever favorable.
As they're gonna be under 10 minutes now left in the game. They've scored on 3 of 4 drives in the red zone. Got a quick rollout left. Mahomes looking, he's just going to throw it away. Had some pressure in his face.
Third and goal now.
That was from Anzalone, the pressure.
You can keep him to a field goal, that'd be good.
Yeah, a field goal does not do too much for the Chiefs here. Like, yes, it takes away a field goal tie opportunity, but the Lions, they've had, one field goal drive, and that was because of penalties.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, they're going to be going for the end zone either way. So third and goal from 3. Lions look like they might be bringing some pressure. Pacheco motions out, so you're going to see a pass here. He goes in the direction of...
Why was he wide open?
Hollywood Brown, and he's open for a touchdown. So Chiefs...
Why was he left wide open, guys?
Extend their lead, and now this is your concern with the Lions, with your clock management, is now you don't have as much time to just burn clock. It just gets mixed up. It's a break, because you had 2 guys on one, so it's just a miscommunication, and that's what a bunch kind of look does for a team, as the extra point is up.
Almost blocked there.
So Chiefs go back up 10. Let me scoot this over. Bring this down a little bit. Move things around a little bit. But yeah, that's what the Chiefs do really well, especially on those like short distance situations. With the Chiefs, you got to stop them further back, because once they start getting in that scoring position, it gets a lot more concerning. Lions just they're thin on defense, and I mean, I think honestly the guy meant to. I think the miscommunication comes from you had a linebacker and a safety. I think it was either on Noah Gray or Travis Kelce, and one of them was meant to guard him. But I don't think either of them are going to keep up with Hollywood Brown on a crossing route like that. Like, maybe it takes an extra second, but Hollywood Brown beats them on speed pretty easily. He's a very speedy guy. So
yeah.
It was just not a favorable situation, and it's gonna get tight here. They're gonna have to find a way to. They're gonna have to force a turnover, I think, is what it's gonna come down to.
Yes.
And I think to put yourself in a position to do that, they need to score quickly, because if you take 4 minutes, Chiefs with 5 minutes are gonna try and burn all the clock. And they're going to play ball security. So it gets a lot tougher than if you score in, like, say, 2 minutes, give them 7 minutes, they're going to feel more need to
score.
At least, like, piece together more of a drive. And that's going to that's going to give them pressure to pass. 5 minutes, you can, like, 2 sets of first downs, and you're down to the 2-minute warning already.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 2 really good minds, 2 good football minds. One who's been very successful and one who's revitalized a team that used to be pretty irrelevant. Like,
yeah.
What, 5 years ago? 7 years ago? And we got to return up to the 25, so just has been, it's been tough, and Chiefs have been showing up a lot more. Lions need something to go their way, because other than, like, they're trying to will themselves to a win here and do the most they can to get a win, but the Chiefs defense has been very disciplined. They haven't caused a lot of penalties, and they've made them work for every bit, which is where it's just gotten tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get to see a little bit more, like, a skill gap is when you're shooting yourself in the foot, anybody can flourish.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're making people work for stuff, it's where talent and it's like where the best of the best have to actually show up.
Yeah. Apologies for not being super loud right now. I'm just trying to focus and not trying to be negative all the time.
So 1st and 10, we're going to have a handoff to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to lose yardage. So Chiefs' run defense has stepped up more and more as the game has gone on. That's Bolton who kind of broke through the line there, and I think this is what no, it is a different play than we saw earlier get blown up, but just not blocked to the effective status they needed. And so now you're 2nd and 13 behind the sticks. Goff's going to drop back. He's going to fire out to Amon-Ra, and he drops it late, but it does go out of bounds. So it is a completion.
A weird one, but
yeah. Yeah, definitely a weird one. That'll bring up 3rd down, though. And not a short 3rd down. You got some distance here. I mean, either way, you're looking at a need to convert on 4th down if this gets to 4th down. So you might not see them go all the way to the marker, but they need to get yards. If not a 1st down, at least get close to the marker. As the play clock's running down, Goff takes the snap. He's going to have some pressure, and he's going to get sacked. So now they're way behind the line. And again, this is I don't know.
the game's over if they don't get this, by the way.
It's not pretty. I mean,
it happens every single year. Why do I try to expect something different from this team? Like they play ballsy, which is fine. High risk, high reward. I get that, but this is exactly why I can't. Yeah,
they're bringing up.
I can't trust this team sometimes. It frustrates me.
A sack on 3rd down like that, you have to punt because it's too much of a long shot to go for it. So they punt, and now you really need something to go your way. As we got a return up to the 35 to the 40, 45, tripped up around the 50, and he's gonna.
He fumbled. He fumbled.
And we're gonna see. He may have been down. That was very late. Yeah, they're gonna call him down. They get across the 50. They'll surely look at it, but
they're gonna look at it.
They're gonna give it to. Call on the field's gonna go to the Chiefs. It looked like he was down. We'll have to see, but I don't. Yeah, he is down. Especially forced by the ground. That's gonna stay with the Chiefs. And yeah,
Game's over.
Lions just need something to go their way on defense. They're gonna need with 2 timeouts, you can still get back in this, but you're gonna need a stop using at most like 1 timeout and not allow any points, at most a field goal.
Yeah, but
and
my point is,
quick scores.
You think the Chiefs are gonna let up at this point? No. This is a Chiefs win through and through. They're not gonna lose this game. I've seen this script way too many times. They're not gonna lose this game.
Well, we're gonna have to see how this shapes up, but it is a lot of momentum in the Chiefs' favor. Lions, the defense has really kicked them. They've struggled again. It's not like a super high scoring affair, but the Chiefs' offense has kind of just had their way. Only a few little mishaps that have caused, because it was a turnover on downs and 1 punt.
Yeah,
I believe was the only failed drives they've had. They've been efficient on offense, and the Lions. This is kind of just what I wasn't super keen on with the time management either. Is a little more urgency, gives you at least a little more time. But it's putting a lot of faith in your offense and a lot of faith in your defense, and both sides of the ball, last 2 drives have come up short. So it's not over, but it is a major long shot. You stop that, I can see you.
I'm speaking truth right now. It's over. There's no way the Lions win this game now.
I refuse to call it over until it's over, because I've seen crazier things even against the Chiefs.
You think they're going to lose this game?
I didn't think they would lose it last week, but they managed to last week. So I'll stick to this game.
They have
until it's mathematically over.
They have a 10-point lead still?
They have a 10-point lead, and they're around midfield.
Exactly. Like, they're not going to lose this game. I don't... It's the Chiefs. I don't expect them to lose this kind of game. So
I'm not expecting them to lose. I'm not saying that I am, but I want to see it through. We're going to see a handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco's going to get a good run of about 6. He's starting to run better. They'll bring up 2nd and 4 with 7 minutes left in the game. So, they mark him down actually only for a gain of 5. So 2nd and 5, still favorable spot. Chiefs are going to take their time and wind this clock down. Lions, you really want to stop here on this set of downs, because a new set of downs, and they're going to be able to run this down closer to 4 minutes. You're going to see some motion out of Juju, Smith-Schuster to the bottom of the screen. Mahomes, he's going to just hand it off to Pacheco. Pacheco gets nowhere. He manages to fall ahead for about 2, though. And so now you're going to have 3rd and about 3. It's gonna come down to this and, well, maybe another play, because this sort of territory they might go for it. But this is going to be the drive that essentially decides the game.
Yep.
You're going to see Mahomes alone in shotgun. You have Pacheco to the bottom of the screen. You're going to see him motion into the backfield. He motions out wide, and they're going to have a quick fire out to Kelsey, and Kelsey has a first down up to about the 34. So that is a new set of downs for the Chiefs,
Game is
and that's
over.
going to keep the clock rolling. Lions, they still have 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, so they can still get, if they can get stops, they can get the ball back. It's just they just need to
stop showing her. She's not doing anything to the game.
They need to get stops. If they get a stop here and can force a field goal, the game is going to lie on this defense. As we see a handoff to Pacheco again, and he's going to get 5 more yards. He takes a hit at the end of his run, but he bounces up okay. We're under 5 minutes to go. Lions are going to have to start looking at potentially using a timeout. here soon. I'm assuming you probably see one used if they get a stop on second down here. But it is looking bleaker and bleaker, and yeah, you see 5 corners out for the for the Lions. But I mean, it's just also you're just going against the Chiefs, and whether or not you're talking like inactives or not, the main pieces are still the problem. Quick screen out to Smith, and he manages to find his way for 4 yards, even though he looked like he had gone down, or looked like he was going to go down closer to the line of scrimmage. So we got a 3rd and 1, and Chiefs potentially to keep this drive alive and continue to make it harder and harder for the Lions to get back in this one. 3rd and 1. What do the Chiefs do? And can the Lions get a stop? They're in field goal range for sure. It's a long one. You don't see the timeout called, potentially because of short yardage situation. We're going to see a handoff to Pacheco, and Pacheco's going to get the first down. Not Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. But he gets up to the 16, new set of downs, and now the Lions are going to have to start probably looking at using all their timeouts, and we're probably going to rely more on a onside kick, if anything. So that is just they're having a tough time stopping. And that's, I feel like, you can point to 4th down calls all you want, but I feel like at the end of the day, the thing that's been the Lions' kryptonite season, like every season, has just been their defense not being able to step up big when they need it. And obviously the offense, looking at only 17 points, has not been as efficient as you want. But the Lions' defense has needed to step up big in big games and has struggled with that year after year. And so we're going to see if they can even manage to get the ball back here. But they're starting to burn their timeouts. You get a timeout, it's not looking great, to say the least, for the Lions. Hasn't been for most of this 4th quarter. Offense that had been working, had been playing well, especially in that first half, has not, other than one drive, has not really shown up. So the effectiveness of this Chiefs defense, which, no one's really surprised. The Chiefs defense has always been really good. That's what Spagnuolo has done very well every year. Has come and pitched a very good Chiefs defense with Andy Reid, and paired with what Mahomes is able to do on offense, you get a Chiefs team that just will not go away. So, getting a nice long timeout commercial break. But, again, Lions going to have to start using their timeouts. Going to start having to step up a lot more in the run game than what we've seen most of this drive.
At this point, just look to next week, Lions, because you're not winning this game.
Yeah, they're struggling to stop Mahomes, as teams have especially the past few weeks. The addition of Worthy back in the receiver room has caused a lot of issues. But again, we're seeing struggles with this run game. Kareem Hunt, he's going to get stopped for
Whoa!
We're
call
seeing
some there finally.
Some scuffling between players, but Lions are going to call their second timeout, and that's the worst run I think the Chiefs have had this drive, and it's 2.5. So as far as worst runs of a drive go, it's not that bad. Chiefs looking ahead, they got the Raiders, Commanders, and Bills. It gets tougher as the weeks go on.
They're at the Bills and they're at the Broncos too.
They will have a bye week going into the Broncos game, week 11. They have a week 10 bye. So they get some rest after the Bills game, which will be a tough one. But we're going to have to see how they continue to bounce back. As we have another handoff to Pacheco. He's going to get about 3 more. And, yeah, Raiders next week should be a nice tune-up game. At least you hope so if you're the Chiefs, as Detroit's going to call their last time out. If the Chiefs don't blow out the Raiders, there will still be questions, but I don't know what it is, but these top NFC teams, or not even top not even NFC teams, but just these teams that have looked like the top teams for the past few weeks have struggled in prime time. And we've seen it at home and on the road. More on the road, but again, last week with the Bills at home, just has not been. I can't say I'm surprised to see the Chiefs play well in prime time. That's, again, been their forte, one of their fortes.
Yeah, especially with Chris Collinsworth calling their games.
I don't think he has an impact on the game.
No, he definitely does.
He says, my calls change the game. Mahomes just has an earpiece.
He got his favorite announcer on prime time. So
he's just got an earpiece, and he's like, Chris Collinsworth is giving me compliments. Now I'm going to go play well.
Yeah. He's Mahomes' number 1 fan, bro. It's either Collinsworth or Nick Wright. I just learned earlier this week that Nick Wright has a Mahomes pyramid.
Pyramid of what?
Best quarterbacks. And Mahomes is obviously at the top.
Oh, I mean, yeah, a lot of people with recency bias are going to have Mahomes at the top.
Which is not true because Brady's better.
That's why I said recency bias.
Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying Brady is better.
Brady, anyone who... I think there are very few people who don't fall under recency bias. I think there are a few people who will actually say Brady is not the best, and those who do, I doubt, will actually say Mahomes. Now, I mean, like, it's tough trying to weed out the people who have recency bias and believe Mahomes is the best, and people who aren't applying to recency bias. But again, Mahomes does have one of the better dynasties, and he does change the game in a way a lot of quarterbacks haven't been able to, but hard to say he can be better than Brady. Mahomes is going to drop back to pass, and he's going to get sacked on 3rd down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. And a sack is nice, I guess, but obviously, like, I'm not even going to be, like, overly optimistic and say, oh, yeah, an interception. But it would almost have been a better outcome if you managed to force a throw and have it go incomplete.
Yeah.
But again, 3 points here is much better than 6. And even better than a first down. Looks like Chiefs will take it down, and they'll call a timeout. And so 2:30 left in the 4th. We're going to see Harrison Butker try and extend this to a 3-score, or not 3-score lead. Try and get 3 to make it a 13-point game.
The Lions have a pretty rough schedule, too.
They do. You get to see, so you got Buccaneers.
Well, Eagles is looking better and better for them.
Eagles is week 11. I think we'll have a better idea of what Eagles team we're going to see, because by then they'll either right the ship, we'll see some changes made, or we'll just see them fall back into that kind of collapse we saw 2 years ago, which is kind of almost where they're headed.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Got some wind there, I see.
Yep. Field goal is up, and it is good. It hasn't changed too much there for at least the Lions. It is still
2-score game.
still a 2-score game, and you're looking at touchdowns pretty much either way. Having the option for field goal, yes, would be nice, but
Yeah.
you got a little over 2 minutes. You get the 2-minute timeout. Either way, unless you can manage to score prior to the 2-minute warning, you're looking at needing an onside kick. You have no timeouts. And I feel like a broken record, but this is why I wasn't a fan of the time management. It just because you haven't been able to stop them, and I mean, at least you've forced what? Has it been 2 straight field goals?
Yeah.
No.
Well, a field
No, that's
goal, a
their first
touchdown, a
field
field goal. Oh no, because they missed that extra point. On the
Yeah,
first
they've only
touchdown,
forced
so
one
they've won
field goal.
Yeah.
But like, you haven't left yourself enough time. And again, I get the strategy early, but coming out of the half, the
Makes no
strategy
sense
should
to
have
run
changed.
it. Yeah.
So they're gonna turn this, and they're struggling even again to just get back to the 30 on these returns. And yeah, it's Lions. A loss here, what puts them what in second
Yeah.
based off of win percentage. Yeah,
I hate ties so much. They look so wrong.
does make it
Especially on a
messy.
professional sports level, they look so wrong. Like you don't even tie in college football anymore.
Yeah, but
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
the Lions are gonna
2.
snap it late. They
Oh, there's an
had to
offsides. They're just
take
gonna
a
throw
shot,
it
and he
down.
doesn't even take a shot. I just jumped off over underneath to Laporta, and that's gonna be near the first down marker.
Yeah, Nolan, your Chiefs won't freaking die, bro.
So you get an offside. I mean, if you get a flag like that, you want to see more of a shot. Chris Jones just goes way early. And yeah, Lions offense has kind of been the letdown. I mean, the defense has been the letdown, but we kind of expected the defense to struggle. The offense has struggled to keep up with the
2-14.
Chiefs. As Goff gets pushed back and he's got pressure, he just throws it up, and there's a player in the receiver. It is a incomplete pass, so they'll bring up 3rd and 1 with 2:07, and Lions O-line is just having a rough time right now with this pass rush from the Chiefs. And yeah, it's again Chris Jones. He's getting double teamed, but still able to force Goff out of the pocket and almost gets him for a sack. So Goff is he's getting roughed around. And so 3rd and 1, 2:07. They just haven't been able to get any traction or any momentum going into this game. At least in like the second half, you had one good drive. But we see Goff drop back. He fires, and it's incomplete. So 4th and 1.
Like I said, the Lions were going to lose this game.
And again, there was lots of room for them. There was plenty of opportunity for them to get back into this. But
At 2 minutes and 3 seconds with 0 timeouts, yeah, sure.
at this point, it's a very, very narrow window because you're looking at a touchdown and an onside kick. And an onside kick enough is...
That's not happening.
Yeah, it's not a common... It is not a common occurrence, we'll say that. But they'll have to get past this 4th and 1 here. Goff from shotgun, takes the snap, he's looking, he's got pressure, but he throws, and it's incomplete to Jamison Williams, and that will end the game. Lions just crumbled in the second half. This was, a 10-13 game at half, and offense didn't show up in the second half. I mean, that's the halftime adjustments. And it just seems the Chiefs made better adjustments than the Lions.
Oh, the game got done super early.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of...
Thank you,
Burnt
Lions,
clock.
for getting it done early.
At least it was a short and painful and not long and painful.
Anytime the Chiefs win, it's painful, bro. Like it doesn't help.
Uh,
This is why there's a duality with NFL, especially in like the last 8 years. It's either somebody else wins the Super Bowl, or it's the Chiefs from the NFC.
oh, NFC. Yeah, I mean, again, the Chiefs, all they have to do is make it back to the playoffs, and then it's a clean slate for them.
And I hate that. It's kind of frustrating that you can just completely negate everything that you did during the regular season, and then you just have a clean slate for the playoffs. Like I don't know. Like that's just how playoffs work, I guess. But I don't know. I just want the Chiefs to not be in the playoffs, or at least in super deep in the playoffs, for once, because like that'd be nice, something refreshing, not the same thing over and over and over again.
Well,
Because don't get me wrong, dynasties are cool, but after 5 years, they're annoying. That's why I got so tired of the Patriots being so good, because it was the same thing over and over and over again. We weren't going to get anything different.
that's just how
Successful,
work.
yes.
We've had conversations of what makes a dynasty, and I believe, what was it, like 2 years ago, you said that you didn't think the Chiefs were at a dynasty yet.
But
And
they've been.
It's the point you reach a dynasty, because I just think it's funny that you say dynasties are cool and all. It's once they hit that level of a dynasty that you become sick of it.
Yeah.
Because unless you're a fan of a dynasty team,
Stop showing her.
it's just not
doing it.
as entertaining for anyone other than that team. Right now, it's the Chiefs. So we'll see. I don't know. This is a big win for the Chiefs. It puts them right back in the mix of everything.
Yeah.
Lions.
They're only at 3-3 though. It's only 500, so they're not.
Yeah, they're gonna have to keep battling back, but more than anything, what it is a momentum thing, because this gives them some legitimacy. It gives them some confidence and some momentum going further into the year. Next week you play the Raiders. It's kind of a whatever game, but we're gonna see them get tested more in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks when they go against the Bills, and then we'll see them against the Broncos. So, yeah, it's.
All right. Do I need to stop betting against the Chiefs until they lose now?
I'm not quite at that level yet. I know that, again, this team is kind of back in the same boat, but I also have noticed, again, they're still 0-3 in those close games. So if teams can get
Play
close,
them close, yeah.
I just think this is funny because this makes the Jaguars look like a better team than the Lions.
Which is
It's kind of funny.
yeah. It's just
Which, again, obviously it's not. You can never go 1-to-1 comparison. But as the final kneel down goes, this game hits final, and yet again we get another Chiefs Sunday night victory.
I want it to end. Oh, there's a brawl.
Yeah, I mean, can't say I'm surprised.
Who started it? That's the next question.
I guess someone started talking some smack, and then someone got hit.
They're still going at it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see who this is, because this is likely to see someone miss
Fines
time.
and everything, yeah.
Well, not just fine. Like fines is whatever, but was that even?
It wasn't even a player. It was an athletic director or some. It was a Chiefs
Oh,
personnel.
it was a Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs. Some personnel jarring with a player, which I've never understood the move there. I mean, I know you're most of the time if you're a personnel for an NFL team, you're still like you got some size, you got some, you got some strength to you, but why are you going against an NFL player, right?
Well, watch this. So So Branch comes to. Oh, Mahomes just tries to.
I don't.
so
I don't know that that's what
Juju-
that was.
I'm just trying to see what happened. Oh,
Yeah, it's people just going at. So I'm assuming that was Branch.
Juju instigates something there.
Well, it was a few of them, kind of going at Branch, and so. Yeah. Branch again. He needs to be more disciplined than that, and because teams are gonna talk smack. So he
Specifically, that one right there.
a few of them, yeah. But we do see the end of Sunday Night Football. Can you say you're surprised?
No,
Have we seen the Chiefs lose on a Sunday night?
no,
Hmm.
because they won't let it happen. It's Chris Collinsworth game. They're not gonna let Chris Collinsworth's Chiefs lose on a Sunday night game. I mean, come on. Have you ever seen the Chiefs lose on Sunday night? I don't remember the last time they did.
I mean, to be fair, the question is also like, when was the last time the Chiefs looked at this level? I won't say this bad, but
Not as good.
it's been a few years since we've seen them kind of like reigning at the top. So yeah, a little bit of a kind of bummer end as it would look like it was shaping up to a good game, but
The stupid Lions decided to not go for field goal points.
I really don't think that was the difference in this game.
I know, but you gotta take points whenever you can. I feel like that's just the conservative play caller coming from me. I don't understand why we need to go for fourth downs every single time, especially that. Like, to me, that makes no sense. That's just a me thing. This is like PTSD from seeing all the fourth downs I've seen as a Husker fan, and like from other teams I've seen across the NFL and college. Just like, why are we going in on fourth down? Take the points. You're in their territory. Take the damn points. Like that's just me being like, you're purposely putting yourself back.
Again, those weren't
Like,
free points, though. It's not like it was a 20, 30-yard
momentum is momentum, though.
Momentum is momentum, and they
So
lost
like
momentum.
that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's just 3 points, that still can affect things.
It wasn't a gimme, though, is the other.
No, I know. I know it wasn't a gimme.
So,
But even attempting to go for points,
yeah,
to me makes me feel like there should be more momentum going there. That's just me.
I mean, you still
that's
lose
my
momentum on a missed field goal, too.
Yeah, and it happens. It just kind of depends on the team and just who they trust more, I guess. So I guess the Lions just trust their offense more. But for me, just like I said, PTSD. I don't trust anybody going it for on a fourth down. I get so scared every single time I see someone like throw it over the middle to the side, try to get out of bounds. Like, it just terrifies me. I hate it. I hate it so much because I've seen it fail all the time. Or at least to the teams that I want to win. But
Yeah, but
you know how it is.
I mean, again, if you want to go back to momentum, obviously, yes, a field goal gives you a little bit of momentum, but what that fourth down could have done as a conversion, momentum-wise, is exactly what the Lions wanted. And so it's a gamble. He's a risky guy. That's the way he likes to play. And a lot of he's gotten to a point where it turns out pretty well. And Amon-Ra, he played pretty well. That was his one miscue, and it's the one that kind of killed a lot of their momentum and kind of just fell more and more out of control as the game went on. So, could you blame that moment for the spiral? Absolutely. I don't dislike the call. It's, if anything, it's more, to me, it's more just the drop that hurts the most.
Yeah, it was the drop that hurt more than the.
Because if you convert that, you keep momentum, you're in much better position. You maybe put up a touchdown, and that's a completely different game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Momentum is a huge thing, and I just am upset that they didn't try to go for points there. But like you said, it wasn't a gimme shot, so it was something they had to decide on there.
It's a gamble, and I respect the man for it, but
Yeah.
it just, again, doesn't always go your way.
Yeah.
So,
But I will say this though, just try not to be super negative.
Chiefs, they're still a good team. They've always been. Like that's just something you're gonna have to expect, even if they're on their low years.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the episode with Nolan Bembo, we did a interview with a fan. So he was a Chiefs fan. He talks about how like he thinks that they're going to be at a low year this year. Like obviously that didn't happen 2 years ago when he thought they were going to be really bad. They went to the Super Bowl and won it. Like you don't know. Like you just it's in the spur of the moment. You don't know how good or bad they're going to be until postseason.
Yeah.
Postseason literally decides everything. And what you said earlier about how clean slate, like once you get to the playoffs, it's a clean slate. Then it's just how many games can you win in a row. So,
yeah,
it happens. So, I mean, Chiefs are always going to be a good team until Mahomes. He probably will retire as a Chief.
I mean,
then again, Brady didn't technically retire, quote unquote, as a Patriot until he went back to the Patriots and then unretired there. I think that's how it happened. But point still being, he didn't stay with the Patriots his entire career.
yeah, a lot of
Mahomes is probably going to, because if you see Mahomes in a different jersey, you're thinking, what the hell are you looking at right now? Like so.
Didn't everyone do that with Brady though? You see Brady in a Patriots jersey for 20 years, and you go, in a whose jersey now? Not the Patriots. I don't believe you.
Exactly. Like once you get so ingrained with a quarterback or receiver in like one team, it's just like, I refuse to believe that they're on a different team. Like it's not how it works. So,
Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. When Aaron Rodgers was on the Packers for so long, where it's like, he's going where now?
That's just kind of how it works. But I mean, no one can really tell where these careers are going to go or how long this dynasty is going to last.
Yeah. I'm going to give it probably another 2 or 3 years. Probably another ring in there.
I could see another ring, and I could see them being competitive for a few years, but I think that kind of Super Bowl run, I could see missing it this year, going back next year, getting one last one, and then
I think I agree with Nolan when he said this. He thinks that Kelsey will have one more year, and that's the final push. Because Kelsey's, for tight end, he's getting up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as good as he used to. He's declining in progression. And how long can you keep that main three there? Mahomes, Kelsey, and Reed. How long can you keep it there?
Reed's also getting way older.
Yeah, like how long is Reed gonna stay around? Like that's my point. Is like it just kind of depends on longevity and what they really want to do there.
As there's gonna be questions after this year, regardless of what happens. If they lose, if they end in, or if they don't make the playoffs, it'll be is this the sign to give it up?
Yeah.
If you win a Super Bowl, is it do you go out on a high note? Either way, there's going to be questions for Reed and Kelsey.
Yeah.
And I think the moment you see both of those go,
it's kind of over.
I'm curious to see what Mahomes does then, because I don't think he's going to up and leave, but he's just
when is his contract done?
I know they restructured it, but I believe does he still have the contract set for like the 10 years?
I think so. So he's probably going to be done, 2030? Or is that earlier?
I think it was like 28, 29, I thought was when that contract ended. But okay. I mean, I can check.
I mean, Mahomes has given you 3 Super Bowls. So, look, How to Train Your Dragon live action.
Well, I wasn't. Okay.
But still being. You got 3 Super Bowls out of Mahomes. I think that's pretty good. So. Oh, it was in 2020. So it's 2026.
But
for the
restructure.
For the restructure.
Yeah, it restructured to till 2026. So through next year.
Until 2026, it'll slowly get more.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
No, I think his contract
per year. It's pretty modest.
Does his contract end 2027? No, his contract. No, it does go all the way. potentially all the way to 2033
if they extend
contract.
it. If they extend it, yeah.
It's the potential void.
Potential out is 2028.
He's unrestricted free agent in 2032.
Well, his potential out is 2028, but he can go even farther if he wants to.
Yeah. So we have, I mean, potentially a couple more years, but I mean, I'm curious to see what happens here.
The next 2 years is going to be very it determines everything.
Yeah.
What happens with Kelsey, what happens with Reed, and then it determines what happens with Mahomes.
You got to wonder after that 2027 year, because that's where you see a potential out. You got to wonder if Kelsey and Reed hang it up, if Mahomes goes, I want to leave.
Do you think he wants to leave?
I have a it's really hard seeing him sticking around when head coach change and your most
Your buddy.
like the person that you played with the most. He's like your reliable guy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the sense of like best player, but he's been kind of his
go-to
safety
guy.
net. He's a safety net for him. You lose him. That team is going to look a lot different coming out of the 2027 year. I can't say that I wouldn't be surprised if he took it out after that 2028.
Yeah.
But again, I think they got 3 years potentially. I think at most 3 years, because I think after that, Reed or Kelsey goes, if not both. I don't think they're all gonna stay around that long. And then there's gonna be a change. Spagnuolo is also 65.
Yeah.
So he's up there in age too. This team's gonna change in a few years, and I don't really see them being able to make the shift that the Patriots did to keep Brady around. So somewhere in these few years, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
right.
I think that's enough rambling about.
Yes, we talk a lot. That's fine. So thank you all for joining us on this live stream. It's a very expected game, I'd say. I had high hopes for this one, but it's whatever, I guess. Thank you all for joining us, and we shall see you eventually. Yes. Soon. To be determined. Which is probably in the next couple days or so.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.